Last week, Jimmy Johnson hit the jackpot in Vegas and came up with a big victory.
Jimmy Johnson wins the UAW Daimler Chrysler 400, his third Las Vegas victory in a row.
Now the defending Nextel Cup champ has his sights firmly set on Hot Atlanta. Can Jimmy take back-to-back checkered flags? Or will Mark Martin, Tony Stewart, Greg Biffle, or Junior be our next driver to win it all? Find out next on NASCAR Hotpass. Enjoy the ride.
And welcome to the Kobalt Tools 500 from Atlanta Motor Speedway, just south of Atlanta in Hampton, Georgia. A beautiful day for racing. I'm Rick Allen along with my broadcast partner Phil Parsons, and we will be riding shotgun with you as we follow Dale Jr. around this, as he calls it, bad, fast, mile-and-a-half quad oval. And welcome to the Hot Pass's Dale Earnhardt Jr. channel, exclusively on DirecTV, presented by Dodge. Why is Dale Earnhardt Jr. glad to be back to Atlanta? Well, because he has had a lot of success at this racetrack as he straps into his machine. 7 of the past 10 starts, top 5 finishes, and that's exactly what he needs after a slow start to the 2007 campaign. See him buckling in and then finishing up the last details to the car. It's Jay working on the window net right now. Jay Warneri, and he always gets Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s helmet, Hans device already. Looks like he's getting ready to finish up with the window net as he's got it locked in. We always want to make sure that Dale Earnhardt Jr. is strapped in and ready to go. Our other broadcast partner, Phil Parsons, down in the pits, the number 8 pits, actually the 7 pit on pit road. Phil Parsons, what's happening down there right now?
Rick, just everybody getting ready for the race. They're so optimistic, a lot of optimism in this pits. They know how good this team is at Atlanta, so they know this is the time to really get their season on track. They know that they can win this race. They feel like they're going to win this race.
And there's a lot of confidence at a racetrack like this where he feels comfortable. The team, again, just doing final adjustments to the car before they send them out onto the racetrack. The over-the-wall guys getting ready. This is a 500-mile race. It's 325 laps around this, as you mentioned, bad, fast quad oval, mile-and-a-half track. And so the over-the-wall guys are going to be doing quite a bit of work because pit stops will be taking place around 40 to 45 laps unless a caution would come out. That's the fuel window for this team. And so we would see the over-the-wall guys going over the wall quite often today. And we're expecting 4 tire stops for the number 8 team, as that is obviously the best situation at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And Phil, I believe you've caught up with one of the brain trust of the team that we're going to be following today.
I have, Rick. This is Tony Eury Jr. Tony, you worked so hard in practice yesterday. You got the car pretty good that very last time on the racetrack. Got to be optimistic, knowing as good as you guys are here at Atlanta.
Yeah, we're really good. He got a good feel for this track, and I think the car is just as good as it was last fall. So, there's about 6 or 7 cars that are really possible that can win this race. So it's going to be a matter of just keeping up with the track in the last 100 miles, having your car right. So hopefully when the shadows come over, daylight savings time kind of puts a new twist on this race, and since it doesn't get as dark as quick. So, hopefully we can have it tuned in there at the end.
You've told me that when the shadows do come down on the racetrack, that the racetrack can change dramatically, and you have to be ready for it.
Yeah, in a matter of about 75 laps. I mean, when them billboards say when that shadow comes over, the track starts changing immediately, and if you're not loose by that time, you're not going to catch it. So we're going to try to be ahead of the game, be a little bit freer at the start, and just try to work our way to the front, and hopefully I got it freed up enough there at the end.
All right, Tony, we're going to be listening to you, buddy.
All right, thank you, buddy.
Not only will we listen to Tony Uri Jr., but also his spotter, Steve Meal. And we also have an opportunity that we can not only listen to Dale Earnhardt Jr., but on occasion we get to talk to him. Let's see if we can talk to our driver. Dale Jr., it's Rick. I just want to check the audio level. Are we okay here?
Great.
Hey, after 2 tough weeks last week, you look like you've got things heading in the right direction. Are you feeling a little more comfortable now that we're in Atlanta?
Yeah, our cars are a lot better this year. We had great cars last year. We improved on that, so I've been looking forward to it. You know, the cars, like I said, have been handling great. We had fast cars, just ain't finished good, so we're trying to get them in the bag with some good finishes, get up in the points there, win what we can.
Yeah, starting on the outside of row 11, does that make it easier for you to move up to the high line like we normally see you run around here?
I like running the high line, but I don't know how good it's going to be today. I got to run where the car's fast. If the high line's good, we'll run up there, but just depends. Yesterday in the bush race, I didn't see where the high line was making that much time, but we'll just have to see where we need to be.
All right, good luck. Thanks for letting us ride with you.
You got it.
Cars rolling onto the racetrack, and as they roll onto the racetrack, let's roll right back down to our pit stall. Phil?
Thanks, Rick. Let's meet the guys that are going to go over the wall to service this car about every 42 laps. We're going to start at the very front of the car.
Hey guys, I'm DJ Kopp from Ontario, New York, and I change front tires.
Sean Ward from Hickory, North Carolina, on the front tire carrier.
Brian Chase, Union Grove, Jackman. Greg Burkhart, Archdale, North Carolina, rear tire changer.
Eric Wakeland, rear tire carrier, Plymouth, Indiana.
Jeff Clark, I'm the gas man from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Greg Lund, Edgerton, Wisconsin, catch cam.
These are the 7 guys that are going to do it all day long in this Budweiser Chevrolet.
Definitely a team sport. Not only will we see them go over the wall, but we'll be able to listen in all day long to the communications. Tony Uri Jr., our crew chief, Steve Meal up atop the press box, and he will be the spotter today. And Dale Earnhardt Jr., obviously, our driver. Their communications will be key as to any changes that we need to make to the car as they continue through this race. And Tony Uri Jr. made the comment that daylight savings time throws a little different twist into it. He mentioned when the shadows...
39 or maybe 4,000 in second.
Right now they're figuring out the speed.
4,000 is what we had last time, so let's go with that. 4,000 second.
That's pit road speed. 45 miles an hour is the speed limit on pit road. And so what they're doing right now is checking to make sure what it is RPM wise, because they don't have a speedometer in these cars. What they're doing
down toward turn 1, Dale Jr. You're about 6 away from the end of pit road. The 83's in front of you, the 31's behind you. They're to your left now.
Tipple.
housekeeping
We
details.
should be able to go hard to the end, to that last pit box up there.
Okay.
4,000 RPM in second gear is 45 miles an hour, so that they know not to go over that when they come onto pit road, so that they don't get caught speeding. One thing they don't want to do is have any problems when they come down pit road, not only with Junior bringing the car down pit road, but then also when they go over the wall. Yesterday, that could have been a problem that caused Kyle Busch to not win the Busch race. A lug nut came off of the wheel and had to come back in and put a lug nut on, and that's what caused Kyle Busch to probably not win yesterday's Busch race. Lighthearted and fun is definitely the way I would explain or describe this team. It seems like a group of brothers, a large family atmosphere that you see with not only the over-the-wall guys, but...
We do have bead blowers and brake blowers on the car, Dale Jr., so we'll probably just turn them on when we get going here. You can turn them on before the race starts, or you can turn them on after a couple of laps, but that'll cut down on that blade on the right side tires. 10-4.
The over-the-wall crew. And again, we'll lay out with all the team communications. We want to make sure you hear everything that goes on between driver, spotter, and crew chief. That's the story. You're able to listen in, hear exactly what is taking place with the different changes that are made to the car. Again, Dale Earnhardt Jr. starts in the 22nd position. That's on the outside of row 11. Today on the pole, Pole winner was Ryan Newman, grabbing it at a speed of 193.124 miles an hour.
Green.
Steve Meal letting him know. Yeah, you see on his helmet, as we're looking at him in the car, he's got a piece of tape on his helmet. And again, it's very bright here in Atlanta. It might be cool, but it is very bright. And so obviously Dale Earnhardt Jr. wants to make sure he doesn't have any problems with the sun in his eyes. Has his own built-on visor, as you will. Obviously that one's a tinted visor, but also he can incorporate that piece of tape if he just tips his head down a bit to keep any of the sun out of his eyes also. Phil, did you ever try some of that with your helmet?
I used to wear sunglasses a lot when we had races that started during the day and that ended at night, and I would just take the sunglasses off and set them beside the seat.
Was that back when you had air conditioning, and was that the bench seats in the front of your race cars?
That is quite mean by you, Rick. That is quite mean. No, we had racing seats, and I never was wimpy enough to have air conditioning. Thank you very much, but it did get awfully hot in there. In all seriousness, but we try to do it. They try to do everything they can do inside the cars to make them comfortable for the driver. A lot of ventilation under the seats, but the seats have progressed so much since I stopped driving back in 2000. It's not that long ago, but the seats are so much safer now. Obviously, we have the softer walls and the headrests are so much better. But so these guys are in as safe a situation as they can be. Obviously, when you hit a wall at 185 or 200 miles an hour, it's going to sting. And a lot of times you see guys get the breath knocked out of them because that's because of the impact.
Heard Steve Meal letting him know the pace car's
Green
off.
Flag,
Here they come.
green flag. Everybody's moving, June. That's the 00. David Ruderman behind you.
Green flag flies. We're underway with the Kobalt Tools 500. You're riding shotgun with Dale Earnhardt Jr. In the upper right-hand corner, you will always see broadcast television. That's the Fox broadcast. Then we will have
Hello, if you'd like.
We'll have a camera focused on the 8 car at Budweiser 8, number 8 Chevrolet. Constantly, you will be able to see that car going around the racetrack or on pit road.
They're all around you.
At any time during the race, even when we go to commercial break, you will always be able to see what is going on with the 18.
Rick, the beauty about this racetrack is how raceable it is. You're going to see these guys right now side by side, not a problem, because you can run from the white line at the bottom all the way right up against the wall.
You see him.
We're seeing what Junior's seeing. His teammate, Martin Truex Jr., up on the high side, just above him. Leading this race, Jimmy Johnson. You'll see the telemetry on the top of the screen. Who is leading? That's the far left on the top of your screen. And then where we're running, and the driver in front of us and the driver behind us. And right now you can see just how far we are behind. Just over 3 seconds, about 4 seconds behind Jimmy Johnson leading this race.
Clear or what? Wasn't nobody there ever.
You hear Junior, he wants the information. He wants to know who's around him.
It's all good. We're fine, man. 2 car lengths back to the 1.
Junior's already up to the 19th position, Rick. He's already gained 3 spots from his starting spot of 22nd.
Phil, he's making his way up to the high line. That's a line that we normally see Junior run, but as we heard him say before this race,
Clear low if you'd like, June.
Doesn't know if that's the line that he needs to take.
Tony Jr. said he thought it would be 5 or 6 laps before he went up there
Clear
after
high.
they got the new off the tires, but it may not take that long. You got to pass them where there ain't.
Juan Pablo Montoya just in front of us. That would be the next car we would want to overtake for 16th spot. Juan Pablo goes up high. It looks as though Junior's going to run the low side and running it
Clear
very
high
well.
if you'd like. They're about 4 behind you, June.
Knows he has plenty of room behind him if he needs it. Again, you the fans have spoken and we have listened. We heard what you said a couple weeks back when you wanted the option of just hearing team communication. You have that option now. If you have a white remote, it's the yellow button. If you do not, go to your normal button and
Clear high if you'd like.
choose the audio options, and you can listen to just team communications.
17 car back bumper.
We're continuing to improve each and every week. Last week we attempted to get you the team communications solely, and
outside again, 17's up there now, June.
Technical difficulties kept us from making that available.
Clear high if you'd like. Clear low. 3 wide right there. The 17's above you. 2 wide, still got the 17.
Running very well on the bottom of the racetrack, Phil.
Clear, clear.
Sure are. And obviously, Junior made a lot of his passes last night up on the top of the racetrack. But one of the byproducts of these cars being so much safer in the headrest and the seats is the fact it's a lot harder to see out of these cars. And for that reason, that's why it's
down low, but you're clear, June. Clear by 2.
It's so critical for Steve Meal to let Junior know where people are around him. He's got a little side view mirror right at the A post of his car, right at the base of the windshield, behind the windshield post. But it's very, very difficult to move your head around. That's why it's critical for the mirrors and to have somebody like Steve Meal up on top of the grandstands. All the way up to 15th, Rick.
Yeah, Phil, you know, in practice yesterday, they worked on a bunch of different things. He was a little bit uncomfortable in the morning, but then the last practice, the last time he went out, it seemed like they got that car very balanced, and right now he's able to run pretty much anywhere on the racetrack.
He really is. Tony Jr. told me that they had tried some stuff in the morning practice. You're so limited on the amount of practice and the amount of tests. So they tried some stuff in the morning practice. He said it didn't work. We went back to what we would normally run, and it was a lot better and a lot more to Junior's liking in the afternoon. And he's up another spot to 14th.
One of the things that was very impressive with that practice yesterday for Junior was the way he was able to hold on to his speed.
Clear by 4.
A lot of drivers fell back and were running about 31-second laps, where Junior was able to hold in the 30-50, like 30.50 seconds range. So he was able to maintain his speed a lot better than most of the other drivers.
He sure was. He made about a 15-lap run, and he only slowed down to about a 30-50, maybe a 30-60. We've run 10 laps in this race right now, and the fastest car on the racetrack is Jimmy Johnson, and he ran a 30-60. Junior's got some traffic issues, obviously, and then he will, obviously, when he gets clear racetrack, he'll run a little bit faster, and we'll be back with more from Atlanta.
You know what else would be good?
Kobalt tools are so comfortable.
Let me use that screwdriver. No.
You just don't want to quit working.
Yeah. What do you think? Great tools.
Kobalt, the next generation of tough tools.
Well, anything else we can do? There's always my wife's car.
Available exclusively at Lowe's.
Guys, Ari's got floor seats for the Lakers on Saturday. Who are they playing?
Playing the Wizards. It's gonna be a great game, baby.
Wizards. Forget that. We could be watching the best games on our sick flat screen with DirecTV HD. Baseball, hoops, even NASCAR. It's the full-on hookup for the most sports in HD. And you know I gotta see my Knicks in HD. No go, Ari. Thanks anyway.
For the most sports in HD, you gotta get DirecTV.
Everyone wants to know more about Denny Hamlin. Scott Adams from Louisville, Kentucky writes, "Hey, FedEx, Denny has a lot of fans. How does he find the time to write back to all of them?"
Sincerely, Denny Hamlin.
Sincerely? Isn't that a little impersonal? How about your buddy Denny? Best wishes, with all the love in my heart.
Sincerely works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter where you are, no matter how fast you go, what's inside, we'll show everything. Every car, every driver, every ding and dent will be different with this.
Different.
Look. Wow. It's amazing. It's the mirrors.
HDTV powered by DLP. See how millions of tiny mirrors make the picture amazing.
Buy an HDTV powered by DLP today at these retailers.
It's time to hit the road during the Chevy Spring Sales event, where you'll get 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash on our best-selling car, truck, SUV, and more. Plus, hit the road with confidence thanks to our 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. That's 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash now during the Chevy Spring Sales event. Hurry, it all ends April 3rd. See your local Chevy dealer.
inside, inside.
Ground is hard and the night is black. Over here by the railroad track, and the week to the Lord, I was back in Georgia.
Little Charlie Daniels with Georgia, bringing us back to NASCAR Hotpass. Dale Earnhardt Jr. on channel 799, exclusively on DirecTV.
Clear high.
Junior starting to look a little bit more
outside, Junior.
At that high line. He just tested it while we were away at break. You saw him running up on the high side. He said the high line was good. He was a little tight in the center of 1 and 2, which is where we're at right now. We're just in the center of 1 and 2.
Clear.
But he said it felt good up on the high side. And the comfortable feel that he has around this racetrack is definitely needed. A week ago we were in Las Vegas, and as they say, what happens in Vegas, well, in 2004.
Car's just overall a little tight, Junior.
This is a little tight. Finished 35th in 2004. The penalty in 2006 was speeding on pit road. Then last week it was coming onto pit road when the pit road was closed. And so what happens in Vegas, well, we want it to stay in Vegas, because when we come to Atlanta in 2004, he got his 11th career win here at this racetrack. Last year, 3rd. What's going to happen in 07? Well, currently running 11th, and he has a lot of success on this racetrack.
You know, Rick, the encouraging thing about last week is the car ran so well. He had a top 5 car. It was a situation where Jeff Burton was having engine trouble, and he decided to come down pit road too early, and Junior was right behind him and followed him down there. That sure has happened a lot over the years, and it certainly has happened to me. But the encouraging part was the car ran so well, and they knew this is a similar racetrack to Las Vegas now that Las Vegas has been reconfigured. So that's why there's a lot of optimism in the pits down here.
Certainly, Phil. And the chassis, just so that you know, they run different chassis at different racetracks. But last week in Las Vegas, they ran chassis number 39, which really is Junior's favorite chassis. He loves that chassis on 1.5-mile tracks. Well, this one is actually chassis number 42. And the reason they brought it here is because, A, the Vegas one didn't get back in time. Obviously, that's a long ways to go from Las Vegas back to Mooresville, North Carolina. But they chose 42 because this one's really a sister chassis. They build it exactly like 39, as close as they possibly could get to it. And so that is why they have the chassis that they have here today and that Junior's running.
They were telling me about chassis 39. I said, no matter what happens to that chassis, it always runs well. They've had front clips on it, rear clips. They put a frame rail on it after an accident or a run through the grass in Charlotte. And no matter what they do to it, it always runs well. But you've got to have more than one car, and they feel like this car is going to be an awfully good one.
We mentioned that chassis 39. 6 top 5s from a year ago, 8 consecutive top 10s when they run chassis number 39. And so obviously that's one of the biggest reasons why Dale Earnhardt Jr. loves it, is because he has success in it.
And oh, by the way, we're in the top 10 now, Rick.
It didn't take very long. 23 of 325 laps, and Junior's made his way into the top 10. Telemetry on the bottom of the screen when they go through the corners, dropping down to just over, well, just around 160 miles an hour. And on the straightaways, we've seen him get upwards of 196 miles an hour. So a big difference from moving from 1 and 2 onto the back stretch, and then 3 and 4 and onto the front stretch.
Was talking to Richie Gilmore, vice president of DEI. He said that these engines will only get down to about 7,500 RPMs, maybe not even that low, and up to about 9,500 or 9,600 when they have fresh tires. So awfully big strain on the engines here at Atlanta.
DEI makes their own engines in-house. Junior already running now the high line as we ride along, ride shotgun with the number 18.
You know, Rick, we talked about the pit window being about 42 laps. That's because this year NASCAR has instituted a new rule. The fuel cells used to be 22 gallons. Now they're down to 17 gallons, and that's the fuel cell we're going to have all season long.
3 to the 1 car. He runs the same line you do.
And so that means these guys will be pitting a lot earlier all year long than they would have, because they can only go about 42 laps here. They probably would have been able to go about 60 laps here in the past.
David Stremme on our inside as we go through the quad oval. Take that position away, and now 9th for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Kurt Busch, the next car that we would like to overtake, holding on to the 8th position.
Junior's told Tony, I'm sorry, Rick.
Yeah,
Junior's
go ahead,
has told Tony Jr. that the car's a little bit tight everywhere, so Tony Jr. is formulating the changes he's going to make to this pit stop. Remember, he told us before the race, we have to keep up with the racetrack and be ready when the sun goes behind the billboards in the corners.
Again, this track on the south side of Atlanta in Hampton, Georgia. The sun is still high atop this racetrack. We will be back with more of Dale Earnhardt Jr. right after this.
11,000 pounds, you're going to need 2 trucks. Unless, of course, you're Joe. Joe drives the Ford F-150, the only half-ton pickup in America that can tow 11,000 pounds all by itself. Joe, how's that possible?
Fully boxed frame, Mike.
Fully boxed frame. Or not fully boxed. The choice is yours, but how are you going to drive 2 trucks at once?
Now get 0% financing for 60 months on America's best-selling truck, Ford F-150.
Hey, I'm ordering some Domino's.
Great.
Thanks for calling Domino's. Would you like to try our new Double Zero deal?
Double what?
Double Zero deal. Buy one pizza, get a second one free on Sundays. It's named after me.
Who are you?
I'm Double Zero, David Ruderman. Hey, check this out. Hey, can you hear that?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, how about now?
It's windy.
Buy a large pizza, get a second one free.
This is Duralast. Brakes built to exceed the need.
Built to last, Duralast.
Torture tested to ensure maximum stopping power. Get the brakes built to exceed the need.
Built to last, Duralast.
Only at AutoZone.
They play harder. They work longer. They wear the Bengay patch. Deep penetrating Bengay heat for up to 8 hours. What can the patch do for you? Bengay heat, stronger than pain.
Hey, Jimmy, I was following you in practice, and it looks like you're kind of messing up turn 3. And if I was you, I would try to arc it out a little more.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna need it again. I'm so sorry, what were we saying?
Good talk, Jimmy.
Nextel helps NASCAR fans get things done with the new Motorola Buzz. 1 powerful phone, 2 powerful networks. Nextel, only from Sprint.
The fastest drivers on Earth are in a race across America. If you've been drinking Coke, if you've been saving up points, then prepare to get their NASCAR gear. They've thanked their pit crews. They've thanked all of their sponsors. Now they're coming for you. Thanks for drinking. Get the racing gear you want. Go to mycokerewards.com.
Fox tomorrow. America is under attack.
The terrorists have launched a nuclear drone.
But for Jack Bauer,
you don't know, do you?
The biggest shock.
I want that file.
Now. Is personal.
You should have told me about Audrey, Bill. Then I finished this.
24. Viewer discretion advised. All new at 9, 8 Central tomorrow on Fox.
Welcome back to Atlanta, Georgia.
They're behind us.
Dropping another spot there. That one goes to Carl Edwards as he gets by. Puts us into the 11th position. Our teammate Martin Truex Jr. currently running in the 9th spot just in front of Edwards. Jr. had mentioned the fact that tight all around. And Tony Eury Jr. made the comment to us before the race. He wanted to make sure the car was loose enough when the sun starts to go down here to make sure that it doesn't tighten up too much, Phil.
That's exactly right, because when this racetrack gets cooler, then you get more grip, and this racetrack will actually tighten up. That means the front end will want to slide towards the wall. So they want to make sure that the car is loose enough, which means the back end typically will slide out. When the track is tighter, then the car will come right dead in the neutral, and that's exactly where they want to be.
Upper left-hand corner, not really a new face, Phil, but one that we welcome back to the team.
That's exactly right. This is Sean Ward. He's our front tire carrier. Caution flag is out. We're getting the caution flag, but Sean has been injured. This is his first race back this year, and this is going to be his first pit stop in competition right here.
Center off, flat sliding the nose, center all the way off. Go easy on me. Last week you flip-flopping too far. Let's go, let's be sensible here. All right.
There's the team getting ready. They're going to do a 4-tire stop. Helmets on. Go ahead, Phil.
Tony Jr. told me that he didn't think they were going to do any 2-tire stops at all. They thought it would mostly be 4-tire stops all day long. And especially since we've run as many laps as we have, we were within about probably 4 or 5 laps of a pit stop, because you have to add in the fact that you have 3 pace laps on the fuel. So if 42
we'll
laps.
Take 4 tires here. Make a small air pressure adjustment. I'll take a half out of the left front, put a half in the right rear. Okay.
See a half out of the left front, half in the right rear. He's going to try to free that car up a little bit from the center off. You heard Junior complain that he's tight from the center off all the way through the rest of the corner. So Tony Jr.
You'll have an open box behind you, and the 83 will be coming around, so it would stop short a little bit. Not too much of it.
One outside you there, June. Pit road is open. Pit road is open. 4,000, second gear.
Coming down pit road, he mentioned his position on pit road, who'll be in front of him, who'll be behind him. We're in pit stall number 7, which is really way down, almost into turn number 1. So he's got a long way to go on pit road before that team is able to jump over the wall.
1 car, 2 cars in front of you will go on past your pit, Dale Jr. 10 away, Tony Jr.
5 away, left, right here. Come on in here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Right there.
Brakes go on so the wheels don't move. The tire changers put on the new Goodyears.
1 lane, 1 lane.
Stay tight, stay tight, stay tight.
41's coming outside. Right there, go, go, go.
That was great information. They told him he could pull out to 1 lane. Hey, that pit stop, guys, was 12.93 seconds.
Oh, wow.
12.93 seconds.
That is impressive. Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the first stop, 12.93 seconds. Impressive for the over-the-wall crew.
No matter where you are, no matter how fast you go, what's inside, we'll show everything. Every car, every driver, every ding and dent will be different with this.
Different.
Look. Wow. It's amazing. It's the mirrors.
HDTV powered by DLP. See how millions of tiny mirrors make the picture amazing.
Buy an HDTV powered by DLP today at these retailers.
Meet Rick Rourke. Rick's an anomaly within the human race. He's a morning person.
Hey, neighbor!
He just rises and shines like a supernova.
What's happening?
For the rest of us, there's the rich, bold coffee everyone is talking about. McDonald's Premium Roast. They add the cream and sugar just the way you like it, so you can face the day and, of course, the morning people.
Hey, everybody! Hey, Rick! Taking the stairs.
Wow, I can't believe we're really gonna meet Casey King.
There he is.
I wonder what he's like.
I must be dreaming. I'm always dreaming. Dreaming of you.
Look out! Look out!
Now would be a good time to have accident forgiveness. Part of Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance.
I'm super sorry about your car.
Are you in good hands?
about to do something this big, a little luck never hurts. Thanks for having us.
Hey, I'm just gonna take it for a spin.
Yeah, okay, sure, Dale.
Hey, it won't start.
It's a hand scanner, Dale, remember? Can't be too careful.
What's going on? Dad?
I just wanted to test drive.
Unbelievable.
Is that a no?
HD TV, powered by DLP. It's amazing. It's the mirrors.
Welcome back to the Kobalt Tools 500. Steve Meal letting Junior know that some of the lap down cars were coming up on the inside. Pretty good pit stop, under 13 seconds. And when that happens, you've got to move up on pit road. And that's exactly what Dale Earnhardt Jr. just did, move from 11th to 10th. So some other good pit stops from the other teams that are out here racing at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Let's go back down to the pits, and Phil Parsons, I believe he's caught up with the president.
I sure have. This is the president of global operations for DEI, Max Siegel. Max, you've got something really neat coming up the end of April, Sunday, April 29th. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah, we're going to be celebrating Dale Earnhardt Day at the DEI headquarters on Sunday, April 29th. There'll be a lot of entertainment and activities for the fans. Some of our partners, the Bass Pro display will be there. There'll be a big screen TV at the headquarters for the fans. There's plenty to do. We'll be celebrating the birthday and the legacy of Dale Earnhardt Sr.
From what I understand, the first 500 people that will get an armband will be able to get autographs. Is that correct?
That's correct. There's tons of stuff there. It'll be a great time for the entire family. We hope you all come out and celebrate with us and join us on April the 29th.
We were able to visit with you a little bit over the winter at the headquarters. What a terrific facility you guys have there in Mooresville, North Carolina.
It's a phenomenal facility. Teresa and Dale did a fantastic job designing it. It's very fan-friendly, a lot to see. It's a fascinating place.
Thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you.
Back to you, Rick.
Well, Phil, turn back around and take a look at the racetrack because Dale Earnhardt Jr. is moving. He's already up to 8th and looks like one of the fastest cars on the racetrack right now. He can go anywhere he wants. Let's just hope those changes are exactly what he wanted because that car looks great.
You know, that's the nice thing about Tony Jr. and Dale Jr. working together because they have so much history together. Shoot, they grew up, they're first cousins, they grew up together. So when Dale Jr. tells Tony Jr. what the car's doing, Tony Jr. knows how much to change. You know, you can over-adjust in these cars very easily, but Tony Jr. knows what Dale Jr. wants, knows what he's talking about, and that's why it's a nice situation to have people that have worked together for a long time.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. hugging the white line. That enables him to get the momentum up.
Outside, Dale Jr.
Moves up on Elliott Sadler on the outside. That is a race for 4th, and it isn't a race anymore. Jr. pulling away from the 19. Now sets his sights on that number 2 of Kurt Busch. First few laps on sticker tires. They call them sticker tires. The stickers are still on them actually when they put them onto the car. But first few laps on sticker tires, he'll run right on the bottom of the racetrack. Fastest way around, obviously, this 1.5 mile quad oval. Just at lap 45.
Hey, Rick, take a look at this right front tire here. This is the tire that came off of Junior's car. Again, we ran about, 35, 36 green flag laps. The tire on the inside of the right front is down to the cords. We saw that a little bit in the Busch race yesterday. Although those tires were a little bit softer than these tires, we did not think that we were going to see the tire trouble or the tire wear like this today. But that tire wear should get better as we get more laps down, more rubber on the racetrack. That tire wear should get better. And remember, this was almost a full run within about 5 laps of a full run in a pit stop. But I don't think that's going to be a problem unless the car really gets tight, a lot tighter. Then we may see some more wear on the right front.
We may have to keep Ray Ocean next to us and find out what's going on with the tire wear and if they're going to make any adjustments to the car to try to fix that wear. We did see a little bit more wear. Was that on the outside of the tire, Phil, that we saw the more wear?
No, that was the inside of the right front tire. I know in the truck race on Friday night on Speed, we saw Todd Bodine show a lot of wear on the outside edge of his right front tire, which is pretty unusual. Normally, you wear it on the inside because you want to try to maximize the camber, which means how much that wheel tilts in at the top on the right front, and that's why we're seeing that wear on the inside of Junior's right front tire.
Ray Ocean is the tire specialist for the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet team, and so he will obviously be checking out those tires and giving all that information to Tony Eury Jr. Currently running in 5th, Tony Stewart leading the field now at Atlanta.
Rick, there's Ray Ocean right there. He's getting a set of tires ready to go up on the wall. He's got 10 new sets of tires in the pits when this race started. Obviously, we've already put one set on, so he's getting another new set of tires ready. And Tony Jr. will see what Dale Jr. says about the car before he decides what kind of changes he may make. Again, we almost went a full fuel run, a full tire run that time before we stopped. So I don't think they're going to be overly concerned about that wear because they knew that they were just a few laps from a pit stop anyway.
Phil, the amazing thing to me, I believe, is how they can adjust the tire pressure to a ½ pound. So they had mentioned the ½ pound that they were going down on the left front and the ½ pound going up on the right rear to try to loosen the car up a little bit. The minute changes that they're able to make to these cars to make them handle that much better.
It's amazing how sensitive these cars are. We talk about it all the time, talk about the Kobalt setup. That means that they have real soft springs in the front as they really limit the travel by the springs in the front, and that's why these cars are so much more sensitive. They explain it like it's a knife edge. If you're perfect, you're right on top of the knife edge. You can get to the one side or the other. That means loose or pushing so easily. But right now, there's a pretty good race car right here for Dale Jr.
Right now, Dale Earnhardt Jr. running in the 5th position. Dale Earnhardt Jr. obviously considered a hot shot, but there are a few other ones that are running, and they're running very well right now. Tony Stewart obviously leading this one, and he is a hot pass, hot shot. Jimmy Johnson also being scored in 2nd, also a part of our hot pass program today. Mark Martin in 6th and Greg Biffle in 10th. So all 5 of the teams that we're focusing on today in the hot pass in the top 10 as they run at lap 52.
3 of the top 5 for hot pass. That's not too bad.
Hot pass started the season not bad either. Had Kevin Harvick in victory lane at Daytona and then followed that up in victory lane with Matt Kenseth in California. Took a week off last week in Las Vegas, but obviously we've got 5 good horses in the race today. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has moved up to the high line. He's taken the high road at Atlanta. We'll be back with more. And remember, we're always in the lower left corner while we're away at break.
Okay, guys, I told you. Just because I got Bud on the car doesn't mean I got Bud in the car.
Oh, terribly sorry, boy.
See you later, crazy mutant desert guys.
Hey, isn't that Sammy Hagar? Yeah, it is. He's singing about the number 55 Napa car. Yep, that's awesome. But isn't it a little loud? You know you're right. Hey, Sammy, could you turn the amp down a little lower?
Sure, you think you could drive a little faster?
He's like that on Mondays.
You are the man. You mastered Wendy's new 4-alarm spicy chicken on freshly baked artisan bread. You felt the sting of the spicy whole breast filet, and you didn't touch your drink. You made it through the natural pepper jack cheese and chipotle sauce, and you didn't touch your drink. And then you laughed in the face of the sliced jalapenos. Still, you are the man. You separated yourself from the boys. And then you grabbed your drink like you never saw a drink in your life. And that is doing what tastes right.
100 years of racing heritage goes into every Ford. Wow. It's in our blood.
Guys, Ari's got floor seats for the Lakers on Saturday. Who they playing?
Playing the Wizards. It's gonna be a great game, baby.
Wizards.
Forget that. We could be watching the best games on our sick flat screen with DirecTV HD. Baseball, hoops, even NASCAR. It's the full-on hookup for the most sports in HD. And you know I gotta see my Knicks in HD.
No go, Ari. Thanks anyway.
For the most sports in HD, you gotta get DirecTV.
Check out the newly redesigned NASCAR.com. Now with more news, videos, and stats than ever before. The new NASCAR.com. Your home for everything NASCAR.
Welcome back to Hotpass.
Clear.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. is sailing right now as he continues to run the high line. He made a comment to Tony Eury Jr. when we went away. He made the comment about it's about the same. It's handling about the same. So still a little bit of a tight condition that Jr. is working on right now. But that doesn't mean it's slowing him down because he is still moving toward the front. Fourth now, Kurt Busch in front of us. Jeff Gordon just lost a spot, dropped back to fifth.
Yeah, that was a nice pass. Junior did it right up on top of the racetrack like he's run so much today. But his lap times are very, very comparable with our leader right now, Tony Stewart, and Jimmy Johnson, the car that's running second. So very, very quick lap times for Junior.
Consistency for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Running a consistent line on the high side of the track. Hitting his marks, as we hear so many times, spotters make the comment, make sure to hit your marks. Well, Junior is really consistent right now, and it looks as though Kurt Busch is going to try to run the high line with Junior, test it out through 1 and 2. Kurt Busch just in front of us in third. Tony Stewart again leading this race. Jeff Gordon behind us in fifth. That is the telemetry you'll see on the top of the screen. Upper right hand corner will always be broadcast. That's Fox broadcast. The reason for that, and you may ask, why do we have to show the commercials if we end up paying for this subscription? Well, it's because you will always be able to see what's going on with the entire race in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. For that opportunity, that is why they get to show their commercials.
Clear by 2 to the 24.
Telemetry on the bottom of the screen.
But we never go away, Rick. We always have Dale Jr. on our screen.
That's exactly right. Dale Earnhardt Jr. will always be on the lower left corner of your screen, even when the broadcast goes to a commercial break. You'll always be able to see what the A team is doing at all times of this race. The Kobalt Tools 500, again, 525 laps. That's just over 500 miles, 500.5 miles on this 1.54 mile quad oval. Banking in the corners 24 degrees. And we just came off of a racetrack that increased their banking to 20 degrees. That was Las Vegas. And Junior getting back in his, I guess, winning ways as far as running well from Las Vegas. Again, just over a mile and a half track, 24 degrees in the turns. As far as banking, a quad oval. And again, just south of Atlanta. It's probably considered a suburb of Atlanta in Hampton, Georgia.
Back bumper.
You know, Rick, this racetrack was reconfigured back in the 90s. This racetrack used to be completely different than it is now, but they reconfigured this racetrack to be the shape of a Charlotte or a Texas, and it made it a lot faster.
Back to the 01.
Our pole position was about 192 miles an hour, 91, 92 miles an hour, right?
Yes, it was. Actually, Ryan Newman was smoking around this racetrack, 193.124 miles an hour. Actual track record, though, on this racetrack is 197, held by Jeff Bodine a couple years back.
Yeah, that was the first race on the reconfigured track. Jeff Bodine ran 197 miles an hour qualifying.
Safety always an issue with NASCAR and the drivers, obviously, and the teams. NASCAR continually trying to find a way to make it safer, and one of the things that they thought would make it a little safer, obviously, is if you slow down, you don't hit the wall as hard in an accident. So They have slowed the cars down just a bit. That's why we don't see those speeds of 197 miles an hour in qualifying again, but awfully fast at 193.
You leave it up to these smart guys up on top of our pit box and these other pit boxes, and we'll get back up to 197 here before too much longer.
Upper left-hand corner, there's your crew chief, Tony Uri Jr. Riding shotgun with Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the lower third of your screen. Driver just behind us, Mark Martin. Again, one of the Hotpass drivers today. We have the opportunity to talk to that team and find out what is going on with probably one of the hottest drivers in NASCAR right now, Mark Martin's team. And we have an opportunity to talk to Adam Alexander, Pat Patterson. Adam, you guys probably one of the hottest teams on the circuit right now. How is Mark Martin doing now that he's broken into the top 6?
You know, he's felt very good, I think, about the race car since they started. And Rick, probably the most optimistic piece of information I can give you about Mark Martin is the fact that they were the fastest car, certainly in the top 5 of the fastest cars, at the last part of that first green flag run. So they were getting better and better in relation to the competition as long as that run was going on. So I think they feel very good about where they're at right now. Started 4th, currently riding 6th. And the best part is they've been consistent all day long.
Well, tell him to slow down because he just went by us.
Hey, Rick, I got to tell you, that was a good example of two guys that have got two different grooves going on the racetrack there. Junior kind of working up the track a little bit, and Mark using the bottom there. Junior looks like he's got a good afternoon going, though.
Very comfortable in the car right now. They're fighting a little bit of a tight condition, but I think Tony Uri Jr. has got it handled.
Hey, guys, what is Mark talking about his race car?
You know, Phil, he just a little bit ago before the pit stop really liked his car. They talked about a myriad of adjustments there. They settled up with some pretty subtle adjustments, and obviously we're in good shape. We're right where we need to be. You guys have a good run over there this afternoon. We look forward to racing you towards the end of the day.
Thanks a lot, Pat.
Thank you, guys.
Adam, appreciate it.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Avenger. The all-new Dodge Avenger. It's a natural performer.
MLB Extra Innings from DirecTV. Over 1,600 games of Major League action. That's up to 60 games a week for a price you won't believe. We're talking every hit, every catch, every play. It's the most Major League Baseball you can get. MLB Extra Innings from DirecTV. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directv.com/MLB.
I'm Dale Earnhardt Jr., and you're riding shotgun with me all race long, right here on NASCAR Hotpass.
Check out the newly redesigned NASCAR.com. Now with more news, videos, and stats than ever before. The new NASCAR.com. Your home for everything NASCAR.
Fox tonight. What has Homer done to deserve this?
I think the hook is touching my brain.
Find out on The Simpsons. Then the winner is winning over the hearts of everyone.
Miss Burko, you're trying to seduce me.
And it's Peter's Celebrity Meltdown on Family Guy.
Is somebody in there? Occupado.
Followed by a bonus winner.
Oh my God, thank you.
Will Ferrell and John Heater, stars of Blades of Glory, host. Boom! Fox Sunday, all starting tonight at 7, 6 Central.
Actual instance, we did see the official actually pointing to the wheel. He wasn't able to raise his hands before that jack was dropped, and Kyle Busch went back out onto the racetrack. So that penalty was that they had to come back down on pit road, put the lug nut back on there, and go to the back of the field. And actually, I think they restarted that race in about 15th, and so Kyle Busch had a pretty impressive run, though, got back to 3rd. Right now, we are a long ways through this last run. Came back out, the green flag flew around lap 43. And so we have put about 34 laps on these tires, and Junior now running a little bit lower on the racetrack, but backing up currently in the 11th position as Clint Boyer has just gotten by us. Greg Biffle just behind us in 12th. Tony Stewart still holding on to the top spot.
As you mentioned, Rick, Dale Jr. told Tony Jr. that the car was handling about like it was before. That means he was tight center off. So I'm sure Tony Jr. is going to make some adjustments to try to free that car up from the center off. That means get that car wheel, the back end will come around a little bit more. The guys are readying themselves for a pit stop down here, so it won't be much longer.
Again, on fuel, before the race, we asked Tony Eury Jr. what kind of fuel mileage he thought they could get. Anywhere from 40 to 45 laps on a full tank of fuel. And so, again, green flag flew around lap 43, I believe, and so we're getting pretty close to that 40 mark. Upper right hand corner, you see the broadcast, the Fox broadcast, and the 12 car in, Ryan Newman, that was the pole sitter. He was already in for service. Coming onto the racetrack just beneath us now as we make our way through 1 and 2. We'll start seeing some more green flag pit stops coming up shortly, as most teams will have a similar pit window as our window of 40 to 45 laps.
There's a fine line right there, Rick. You would love to get in, get your fresh tires before anybody else. Then you can make up that time on the racetrack. But you also run the risk of a caution coming out after you do that before somebody else does, and then you'll find yourselves a lap down. So you don't want to pit too much earlier or later than the leader.
It's always the
Clear
gamble.
by 8 to the 12. He's on fresh tires.
Steve Meal letting him know fresh tires behind him. So more than likely,
it'll be a good indication of what fresh tires will do for you, because
Back bumper,
Junior has been running better than that 12 car this race. He's got fresh tires now. We're gonna watch what 4 fresh tires does for you.
Ryan Newman able to hug that white line.
Clear by 6 to the 19.
Again, as the pit stops cycle through, the scoring will change pretty dramatically. Jimmy Johnson out in front, Jeff Gordon just in front of us in 9th. Then Elliott Sadler back behind us in 11th.
The guys are up on the wall. They're going to be pitting any time now. DJ Kopp getting ready on that front tire. He's the front tire changer. Sean Ward, first time back as our front
Wave
carrier.
them off and let's pit this time. Pit this time. Wave them off. A good crowd behind you, June. Get them waved off good coming this time.
He was telling him to wave the drivers behind him off, which is Elliott Sadler. So Junior let him know he was coming.
June, 4,000 when you get there, 4,000.
There's that 4,000 number. That's the speed on pit road. Slows way down, wants to make sure he's not speeding on pit road as he comes down. Again, we're in pit stall 7, so near turn number 1, a long ways down pit road.
Right behind this 7 car, Tony Jr.
And
It's for 10 away right there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You good? Come on, come on, come on. Right there, ho.
Greg Burkhardt's going to run around, put that left rear off. Left rear back on.
Go, go, go. Go hard to the end of pit road. Go, 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 go. Pit road speed right there.
Another great stop, 13.16 seconds, Rick.
Stay down, June.
.1 seconds for Dale Earnhardt Jr. on his second pit stop.
You're high right there, Junior. Got one off at 220 car lengths back.
Again, the pit stops will begin cycling through green flag stops. Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart now on pit road. Two cars that have been running well up front. Jimmy Johnson still out on the racetrack, has not come down pit road yet. Great stop, 13.16 seconds. The first stop, 12.93 seconds. That was under caution. The first green flag stop of the race.
Clear.
See Junior taking advantage of those new Goodyears as he runs right on the bottom of the racetrack. Cycling through now 20th in the scoring as they cross the start-finish line. 30.67 seconds his last lap. He'll be running low 30s now with these new fresh tires. Jimmy Johnson in for his stop. He was leading the race. Now Kevin Harvick takes over the top spot.
He ran a 30.4 that lap, Rick, so that shows you how much those 4 new tires mean.
Picking up speed first few laps. Luke Sorensen just in front of us in that number 41. Again, back into the 10th spot. Dale Earnhardt Jr. as again the pit stops continue to cycle through. Kevin Harvick on pit road. Junior moves to 8th. Harvick on pit road now. Brian Vickers in the number 83 Toyota Tundra out in front of the field. Again, a great stop for the 8 team. As in the upper right-hand corner, you see the broadcast, Fox broadcast of this race, and Kevin Harvick was just coming off of pit road and he was leading this race and running fairly well. Well, now he will be way back behind us. Stayed out onto the racetrack a little bit longer, Phil.
And that's the danger, Rick. The longer you stay out, we saw Junior running some 30.4 second laps. That's the danger of staying out there. You want to stay out there to try to maybe catch a caution and put some people a lap down. But the longer you stay out there with old tires, the slower you're going to be going around there, and you're really going to pay for it if it all cycles through and the caution doesn't come out.
Brian Vickers is now going to bring his car onto pit road, and so he was a leader coming into this lap. Junior right on the back bumper. I believe that 96. Tony Raines moves to the outside. Junior had a lot of momentum. Looked like he almost had to get into the brakes a little bit to avoid him. Jeff Burton in the 31 just behind us. Jeff Burton, one of the cars.
To the 31.
Jeff Burton was one of the cars that the crew chiefs were all talking about. Keep your eye on that car. It is very strong at this racetrack.
Okay, that car has been good all year long. We had him as one of our Hotpass cars at California. Had a great run, finishing the top 5. We go with his top 5 at Daytona.
See the RPMs going over 9,000 for Junior just as he was entering the turn. The Fox broadcast showing exactly what took place there as we came up on Tony Raines. And again, Junior trying to hold on to that bottom portion of the racetrack. Tony Raines was also there, but Junior had so much momentum coming through the turns that looked like he had to get on the brakes even to not run into the back of the 96 of Raines.
That's very possible, especially when you have fresh tires and somebody else is on the racetrack on old tires. It's very possible you're running, several miles an hour faster than them. You come up on them so fast.
Kurt Busch leads the Kobalt Tools 500. Dale Earnhardt Jr. currently holding on to 6th.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Avenger. The all-new Dodge Avenger. It's a natural performer.
The Blackjack, fully loaded, deceptively thin. Your pit pass to exclusive race previews and recaps from Jeff Burton and Richard Childress Racing. And the Sync, also your #1 source for racing with Inside RCR and J-Ski video. Our latest phones with video, vibrant MP3 sound, and exciting racing content. And now at a very popular price. Singular, now the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
There are times you gotta ask yourself, do you think you've got the torque? Or do you know you've got the torque? Get Q Torque Power for trucks. Heat activated to help more of your engine's power reach the road. No leading synthetic motor oil delivers more torque than Q Torque Power. Full synthetic Q Torque Power for trucks. Unleash all your horses. Congratulations, champ, and the 48 team from all your friends at Q.
Jared here with racing champion Tony Stewart. Everyone knows Subway restaurants for tasty low-fat subs, like this 6-inch Subway Club. Make it a foot long, and it's still less than half the fat of a McDonald's Big Mac.
But the big surprise, it has twice the meat. Fills me up without slowing me down.
Less fat.
More meat.
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 Less fat. Less fat.
Jared, you're never gonna go as fast as me. More meat.
The delicious foot-long Subway Club. Less than half the fat of a Big Mac.
But twice the meat. Fills me up without slowing me down. Subway. Race hard.
Eat fresh.
Fan mail for Denny Hamlin just keeps rolling in. Mitch Gordon from Albany, New York writes, "Hey FedEx, I heard that when Denny isn't racing, he volunteers at a retirement home." Well, Mitch,
Come on, Marty. Is that all you got? Did you see Marty bump me?
The wheel in the sky today is the Ginn Resorts and Properties blimp, providing our aerial coverage. We want to thank Ginn Resorts and Properties for the beautiful coverage of Atlanta Motor Speedway from high above this 1.5-mile quad oval.
Clear by 15.
Jeff Burton making the pass on us as he is able to move up to 7th. We drop back to 8th. Kurt Busch now leading this race. Junior's been running fairly well. We have a question from Eddie out of Norwalk, California. Eddie asked the question, when NASCAR dictates a minimum tire pressure, how do they enforce that minimum tire pressure? Phil?
Rick, there's a NASCAR official in each one of these 43 pits, and he will watch the tire specialist, in our case, Ray Ocean, check the air in the right front tire. We will make sure that that tire has at least 48 pounds of air in it here. Last week at Las Vegas, it was 62 pounds was the minimum allowed air pressure by NASCAR. But here it's 48 pounds, and a NASCAR official will check each and every right front tire before it goes on the car.
Thanks, Phil. A lot harder tire in Las Vegas from a week ago. We're starting to see those billboards creep, at least the shadows.
Right center, loose off.
We're starting to see a little bit of that billboard shadow creep onto the racetrack. That's what Tony Eury Jr. made the comment earlier. Phil, what's happening down on pit road?
Well, let's check in with Tony Eury Jr. Tony Jr., Dale Jr. was complaining early on about the car being tight in the center, not tied all the way off. He made some air pressure adjustments. We just heard him a moment ago saying he's still tight in the center, but it's freeing up coming off. Are you going the right direction?
Yeah, I think we're getting there. You know, it's real hard to fix the center, and we got a little bit more air pressure in the right front than most guys, so we're backing off of that, and I think it's trying to fix our camera problem at the same time by taking the air pressure out of the right front. So I got to figure out a way to make the car, keep the bite in the car coming off and just take that air pressure out and save the tire end and make it turn in the center.
Just about been able to stay in the top 10 this entire race. A little more fine tuning, you should really have some for him.
Yeah, I mean, we got to watch it here. I mean, you've seen how big tires were, so we just keep plugging away here at it. If I can keep it within the top 10 and fix the car by the end of the race, it'll be good.
All right, Tony. Thank you, buddy.
Tony Eury Jr. with the awesome task of trying to make that car better as he runs in the top 10. Dale Earnhardt Jr. and again, as we ran along, you saw as he goes down the backstretch, and 1 and 2 is where we're going to start seeing. We will start seeing the shadows from the billboards cover that corner, and that will cool off the racing surface. And when that happens, Tony Eury Jr. is expecting the track to start to tighten up a little bit, and so he wants to make sure the car is free enough for when the track begins to change. And he was making that comment as we run through that turn right now, and you see those billboards creeping onto the racetrack just a bit now as far as the shadows, so the sun won't be beating down on that part of the racetrack anymore. And that's exactly where Dale Earnhardt Jr. is running right now, is right up where those shadows are starting to come onto the racetrack on the high side of that track.
It's amazing how advanced and complicated this sport is becoming, Rick, because we were talking to him before the race.
4 to the 01.
And he talked about what time that the shadows usually get down far enough on the racetrack to make a difference. And he said, oh, this is daylight savings time, the earliest it's ever happened. Usually it doesn't happen till we go to Texas. So that will adjust his thinking a little bit. Obviously that will delay when the shadows get on top of the racetrack 1 hour from in years past.
It's amazing how many engineers are on a race team also. Dr. H.A. Mergen, the engineer for the 8 team. He was typing numbers in constantly before this race this morning, figuring out fuel mileage, figuring out travel, the amount of things that go on with this car, preparing for all the changes that they needed to make during the race. Here comes Martin.
I just checked with Tony Gibson. He's the car chief on this Budweiser Chevrolet, and he said the fuel window is still about 42 laps, but they don't want to take any chances with that right front tire, so they may not go a full 42 laps. They may be pitting in the high 30s. They just don't want to take any chances with these tires.
This is run here. I got left grip overall. Still pushing in the middle. 10-4.
I had made that comment to Dr. H.A. Mergen before the race. I said, will the tires last that 42 laps that you're talking about for fuel? And he said, well, I'll tell you on lap 43. So they were having a little bit fun with us as we were getting ready for this race. We've completed 100 and...
From Sprint. You know the feeling. You can't take care of business the way others do. It's called connectile dysfunction, a condition caused by inadequate broadband coverage. The cure? Sprint Mobile Broadband. It works in twice the cities of Singular's Broadband Connect, so you can be you again. Get a free Sprint card. Visit sprint.com/mobile broadband.
Sprint. Power up.
We love this chandelier.
This hardwood floor is perfect. We'd like this exact door right here.
Except not pewter, antique bronze.
I don't want to mess with glue or nails.
I'm not really a square glass person.
The frilly, more frilly thing.
We're oval people.
No glue. Our Labradoodle has very sensitive skin.
No problem.
No problem.
No problem.
Come to Decor Days at Lowe's and find just what you're looking for your home. Like Bruce Lock and Fold hardwood floors. Lowe's. Let's build something together.
We can do that.
Truck guys will tell you, taking off from a dead stop with 10,000 pounds ain't no picnic. So this half-ton's got the most torque. 6-speed tranny with tow haul mode. And 4 oversized disc brakes. Because stopping 10,000 pounds ain't no picnic either. Available on the all-new full-size Tundra. The truck that's changing it all.
Hey, I'm ordering some Domino's.
Great.
Thanks for calling Domino's. Would you like to try our new Double Zero deal?
Double what?
Double Zero deal. Buy one pizza, get a second one free on Sundays. It's named after me.
Who are you?
I'm Double Zero, David Ruderman. Hey, check this out. Hey, can you hear that?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, how about now?
It's windy.
Buy a large pizza, get a second one free.
I'm Dale Earnhardt Jr. Welcome to Wrangler Jeans Company, a new generation of Wrangler.
New fits, new comfort, new styles. Wrangler Jeans Company, a new generation of Wrangler. New fits, new comfort, new styles.
They pick up precious seconds, pick up laps, and pick up our hearts. Enterprise salutes NASCAR for picking us all up. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
The British are invading America. American Idol, that is.
You are the ball.
When the top 11 perform the biggest hits from the Rolling Stones, the Kinks, and more. Be there when your favorites rock the house in a 2-hour live event.
Tonight, we ramp it up.
American Idol at 8/7 Central, Tuesday on Fox.
It's definitely not a match made in heaven.
And Bones will get a proposal of her own.
I'm gonna tell you something. It's big.
Car back bumper.
Junior currently holding on to the 10th spot. Started this race in 22nd, immediately moved up, made his way into the top 10. Now he's battling with Greg Biffle. Biffle running the center of the track. Junior running the high side. He's talked a little bit about the handling of his car, obviously shaking the woes from the first 2 weeks of the season, trying to rebound. Had a pretty good race in Las Vegas, moved him from 40th in the points to 28th, so moved up 12 positions, and now trying to hold on to the 11th spot. Has Greg Biffle in front of him, Martin Truex Jr. behind him. Phil?
You know, Rick Dale Jr. told me right before the race that he wanted to pass on his
By
condolences
one to the one car.
to his brother Kerry. His adopted father, Jack Key, passed away this week, and obviously with heavy hearts, Dale Jr. said he wanted to make sure Kerry knew he was thinking about him and all the rest of the family, and how deeply sorry he is, and he was thinking about him, and he wanted to make sure that everybody knew it.
Outside, outside. Here.
Juan Pablo Montoya just taking away the 12th spot from us. Elliott Sadler back behind us in 14th. Jimmy Johnson, another one of the cars that the crew chiefs were talking about how impressive they looked again on this 1.5-mile quad oval. Make sure to use those interactive remotes. If you're following along, you can get live running scoring. All you need to do, if you have the white remote, press the red button. It will bring up the menu for you, and you can take a look at live scoring. Network audio also is an option. If you want to listen to the Fox broadcast, you can do that. Also, the yellow button on your white remote gives you just team communications. We are listening. You have mentioned that that was an option that you wanted, and so we want to make sure that you understand that we are continuing to try to make this channel the best possible way to enjoy NASCAR racing.
I think we're a little better on top both ends.
Better on the top, both ends, coming from the driver.
You know, and sometimes that's not a choice either. Dale Jr.'s going to run where that car is the fastest and the most comfortable. And typically here at Atlanta, a lot of times that's up on the top of the
So
racetrack.
right to center, no grip on both ends, getting in and off.
You hear Dale Jr. talk about it being tight in the center. That means he has to turn the wheel more than he wants to. But yet he's a little bit free getting in the corner. That means the back end wants to swing around when he comes in the corner.
By 5 to the 15. About 10 laps, Tony Jr.
And as he exits the corner.
Yeah, about 10 laps.
You heard Steve Meal ask Tony Jr. going to be about 10 laps till they pit. And we'll get 4 fresh tires on there. Tony will make some more adjustments to try to get him a little more grip, both front and rear.
Steve Meal, the spotter, up on top of the press box. Then it's Tony Eury Jr. on top of the pit box. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the seat. Those are the voices you're hearing today, along with my voice. I'm Rick Allen, as well as Phil Parsons down in the pits.
Bumper.
It's another teammate to Dale Earnhardt Jr., Paul Menard.
Inside.
Running well in the number 15 on the bottom of the racetrack. Through the quad oval they go. And it's 2 DEI cars side by side crossing the start finish line.
Clear.
That 15 of Paul Menard actually being scored a lap down, and so not a race for position as we hold on to the 13th spot.
Hey, new KFC variety big box. Lot of stuff. Gonna eat that drumstick?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Crispy strip?
My other favorite.
Popcorn chicken?
Favorite.
Mashed
Favorite.
coleslaw?
Favorite.
Biscuit?
Favorite.
Do you have a least favorite?
I'm gonna eat now.
Now get all your favorites in one box. Introducing the new Variety Big Box from KFC. Popcorn chicken, a crispy strip, a drumstick, mashed potatoes, coleslaw, a biscuit, and a large drink. Fill up on all your favorites at KFC.
Guys, Ari's got floor seats for the Lakers on Saturday. Who they playing?
Playing the Wizards. It's gonna be a great game, baby.
Wizards.
Forget that. We could be watching the best games on our sick flat screen with DirecTV HD. Baseball, hoops, even NASCAR. It's the full-on hookup for the most sports in HD. And you know I gotta see my Knicks in HD.
No go, Ari. Thanks anyway.
For the most sports in HD, you gotta get DirecTV.
In the human body, the heart pumps blood through thousands of miles of arteries every minute.
Inventor of the Jarvik artificial heart, Dr. Robert Jarvik.
But high cholesterol can clog arteries and lead to heart disease or a stroke. Adding Lipitor is proven to lower bad cholesterol an impressive 39 to 60% when diet and exercise are not enough. And today, clinical evidence proves that Lipitor can reduce both your risk of heart attack and your risk of stroke if you have several common risk factors for heart disease. All important reasons to ask your doctor about Lipitor. Lipitor is not for everyone, including people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. You need simple blood tests to check for liver problems. Tell your doctor if you're taking other medications or if you have any muscle pain or weakness. They may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect. Lipitor is one of many treatment options to consider with your doctor. Could you be doing more with Lipitor? Ask your doctor.
The Ford F-150 is the only pickup in its class that can carry 3,050 pounds. That's 890 pounds more than the nearest competitor. And that's really heavy. How do they do it, guys?
Big hook and leaf springs.
This is the leaf spring. Honking is a technical term. You're not waiting on me, are you? Sorry.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months on America's best-selling truck, Ford F-150.
Right there, I see you, right there.
As you saw in the lower left corner of your screen, the 8 is down on pit road for service. Completed 129 laps. We are on pit road. 4 tire stop, Phil.
Go hard to the end of pit road. Go, 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 go. Go hard. Pit road speed right there.
Got a 13.77 that time. I talked to Tony Gibson, the car chief, right before that pit stop. He said that when they took air out of the right front tire on the previous pit stop, they didn't really like it, so they put it back in. They put some more air in the right rear tire this time and less air in the left rear, trying to open up the split in the back of that.
48, you're clear high.
Open up the split in the back of the car to try to get this car to turn a little bit better through the center of the corner and try to put that air back in the right front to tighten it up a little bit coming in and off the corner.
Second green flag pit stop for this race. The first pit stop came under caution. There was a caution on lap 36 for debris. Ray Ocean checking those tires, getting all his numbers. Very important to find out the tire wear and how the car is handling according to the way the tires look. There's more information you can get. You listen obviously to your driver. When he gets comfortable, that's exactly where you want the car to be, but the tires also are very important because the more rubber you scrape off of those tires, obviously the more ill handling that vehicle will be. Again, cycling through pit stops. Currently we're being scored in 32nd. That means that there's about 12 drivers who have not come onto pit road yet. Actually 20 drivers that have not come onto pit road. We were being scored in about the 12th, 13th position when we came in for our last pit stop. Phil?
Remember how much wear we had when we showed the fabric on the tire down to the cords on the first pit stop. This tire looks a lot better. Tony Gibson looked up at me, held his thumb up. He said a lot better. So
this is a handful now.
You hear Junior talking about it's a handful.
Yeah, tire wear might be a little better, Phil, but a handful for a driver, I'm sure. Obviously, you know that that's a little bit worse.
Well, sometimes when you try to, get off that right front tire, it will affect other ends of the car. Right now, obviously, Junior has his hands full, but they're going to monitor and see what it does in the long run. That was a 41 lap run right there. 41 laps on that set of tires, which is the farthest they've gone, and the tire actually looked the best of the three that's come off the car so far. So they're going the right direction with that, but they're going to have to get this car a little bit more comfortable for Junior to drive. But hey, we've got a lot of pit stops to go yet.
Reed Sorensen being scored as your leader, but on pit road right now. So he will drop positions as we continue to climb positions.
Tony Gibson told me, Rick, that he would really like to put a rubber in the right rear to help free that car up, but they don't want to take the time to do that on a green flag pit stop because it's going to take a little extra time to do it, and every second is just about a football field. So they would rather wait till a caution flag to do that kind of an adjustment.
By putting a rubber into the right rear spring, they're actually going to put a piece of rubber in between the coils of the spring so that it doesn't compress as much and makes it stiffer, correct, Phil?
Yes, that's exactly right. It'll actually make that spring stiffer and hold that corner of the car up a little bit, and that should help that car turn through the center of the corner.
Pit stops continuing to cycle through. Brian Vickers back out in front of this field. Carl Edwards just in front of us on the back bumper, as Steve Meal mentioned. Jeff Burton in the 31.
Side, clear low.
Telemetry on the bottom of the screen. You can see and hear when Junior gets out of the throttle. The more he mentions that the car is a handful, the more he's going to be out of that throttle. Back up to the high side, running through the shadows of the billboards in turns 1 and 2. Dale Earnhardt Jr. with his hands full at Atlanta Motors.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Avenger. The all-new Dodge Avenger. It's a natural performer.
MLB Extra Innings from DirecTV. Over 1,600 games of Major League action. That's up to 60 games a week for a price you won't believe. We're talking every hit, every catch, every play. It's the most Major League Baseball you can get. MLB Extra Innings from DirecTV. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directv.com/MLB.
And the train conductor says, take a break, driver 8, take a break, you've been on the ship too
Stars have got to all be in a line when a group from Georgia, REM, has a song called Driver 8, and we happen to be Driver 8. At Atlanta Motor Speedway, where Dale Earnhardt Jr. has had success the past 10 races, 7 top 5 finishes, the past 3 times top 4 finishes for Dale Earnhardt Jr. He continues to run the low side of the racetrack. The fresher tires now, a little bobble there coming off of turn 4. As he sets up currently, Junior scored in the 10th position. We've been running right around the 10th spot for most of the day. 10th position currently now where we reside. In front of us, Carl Edwards. Just behind us, Greg Biffle.
Caution for debris, Dale Jr. Caution's out.
Second caution of the day has come out. Jimmy Johnson leading this field. Now, Phil, with this second
what
caution.
was it doing right there?
It was really loose at the start. You can't go hard anymore like I could on old new tires. And it's coil binding left front. Pushing in the middle when I go up to the top, but it was running around the bottom right there. It was doing okay, but we're not that fast.
All new 24 after Prison Break on television's most thrilling night tomorrow on Fox. Viewer discretion advised.
Bristol, Tennessee. This place brings out the best in guys. Harmon wins the Food City 500. This place brings out the worst in guys.
He's about the most impatient thing. I'll be waiting when he comes in here.
Even your closest friends aren't so friendly here at the fastest half mile. Jeff Gordon out of his car, and he's not happy with Matt Kenseth. You have to control your anger.
I don't know why he would be running into me after the race. Because he don't pay attention, he don't know what he's doing. He tried to run me into.
This race,
Ray,
300.
just take a half out right there, put a half in that left rear.
The car was, I know the track's probably tightened up a little bit, but the car was better for me on that very, very first run. And the adjustment he just made with the car I started the race with would be pretty good. But we've lost some grip and a couple adjustments somewhere in the middle there.
Yeah, 10-4. We've got a small tire issue, so we've been taking air out of the right front to try to help that out. So that's been a little bit of your loose ends. I was trying to be nice and tighten you up at the same time that I was taking air out of the right front. But we'll fit here and put 4 tires on. It got a lot better that last time.
That run right there?
Yeah, that last tire to come off of here, it looks 10 times better than the first 2 we took off. That's why I was hitting you about 8 laps too soon every time. So we'll be fine here. Track should be rubbering up coming to us. You're about 10 away. Come around that 31 there. Right here.
Very tight into his pit stall. Just heard the communication. The tire wear playing into the strategy of when.
Okay, go. 199's outside. Clear after him if you want. Right there. Good job.
Great stop again for that 8 team, Phil.
You heard it. Good stop. Excellent stop here.
Nice stop, fellas.
Yeah. We got just barely over 14 seconds with several air pressure adjustments. So good job again by the Budweiser crew.
Just wiggled the car pretty good back there when you back there, Dale Jr. He hit that tire carrier. We hit his tire and it knocked the top of the fender down just a little bit. If you'll just wiggle it, it might push yourself up.
We've completed 144 laps. That caution came out on lap 142.
Left front?
Yeah, left front. Just the top of it. So it ain't no big deal. I don't think you got nothing to worry about.
Came in on lap 144. Junior being scored in the 4th position. Again, he'll drop off as everyone gets scored again when they go across the start-finish line. There's a loop underneath the start-finish line extended on pit road, and so those cars that were able to hold their position as they pitted in front of the line, they would be scored as they went across that. If they did not have the opportunity of pitting in front of the start-finish line on pit road, then they were in a position where they wouldn't have gotten scored. So the cycling continues through on pit road as far as scoring, and we're being scored in the top 10. Junior, it's Rick. How are you guys doing as far as getting that car handled well?
Not too good. We started the race pretty good, real comfortable. We got a little tight on the long run, and we really haven't done nothing but take grip out of the car with the changes we made. But well, hopefully we're learning with what we've been changing and what it's doing. Hopefully we're learning what to do, and we got plenty of more opportunities to improve the car. So at the start of the race, just dialing it down a little bit, but we'll get it.
More than half of the race to go, and Tony Eury Jr. looks like he's getting a handle on it. And obviously you've been staying right around the top 10, so in position for another win here at this racetrack.
Yeah, the pit strategy has been really cool. We pitted early, and we gained time on guys when we were out there on new tires. And that can backfire on you, but it's been a good strategy for us so far because we've been losing a lot of time on the long run, so we make it right back up. But we'll see.
All right, buddy. Looking good out there. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Lap car's coming on the bottom, and Jude coming to the green.
It came out in the 8th spot that time. Great pit work by this DEI bunch. They have been on the game this entire race.
7 guys going over the wall. We got to see their faces, hear from them before that race. Take another look at what they were able to do this last time in. Different perspective from above the pit stop.
Remember DJ Copps, the front tire changer. Sean Ward back from injured reserve. The front tire carrier, our jackman, is Brian Hootie Chase. Rear tire changer is Greg Burkhart. Eric Wakeland, the tire carrier. Jeff Clark, the gas man, and Craig Lund is our catch man.
Pace car's off.
7 guys.
Coming out of turn 4, green flag goes back in the air.
Pretty wide up there in front of you, Junior. The middle lane is all 7 cylinders. Going to need to stay hybrid just a little bit. 3 wide, June. 3 wide. Just inside now. Clear.
Carl Edwards, the next position scored in front of us.
Clear low if you need it, June.
Reed Sorensen trying to take a position away from him. We
Clear
do
all around.
move up to 7.
Remember how good Junior has talked about his car being on the short run. The changes they made the time before this, he didn't like him as much on the short run as he has, but Tony Jr. put that air back in the right front and then adjusted on the air pressure in the rear, so it looks like so far it's working out.
Early on in the run, 2 cautions have come out. First one on lap 36, the most recent one on lap 142. We had stopped on lap 129, came back in after this most recent caution.
Clear low.
Kurt Busch in the 2 just in front of us scoring wise. You see out of the windshield of our car.
It feels better right here on new tires. In 4.
You heard it. That's what we wanted to hear right there. Feels better on these new tires.
I'm guessing Tony Eury Jr. feels better too after that comment. Scoring will be on the top of the screen. Race leader to the far left. Then where we're running in between who's in front of us and who's behind us. And that's on the top. Always broadcast. The Fox broadcast will be in the upper right-hand corner. If you want to hear that audio, you can press the red button on your interactive remote And that will get you there. We always want to listen to the voice of the fans, and our most recent email came from Jody from Eden, Ohio. She asked the question, what determines who gets in the pit box, and does that change from week to week? I'm going to pass that one on to Phil. Who does determine who gets into the pit box, Phil?
Well, it would be the crew chief's job or decision on who he needs up there. Obviously, Tony Jr. is up there, and he's got his car chief, Tony Gibson, up there, and Dr. H.A. Mergen that keeps up with the fuel mileage and all the laps run and a lot of the notes. They're up there, and then occasionally some of the other guys will also come up there. But those are the main guys up on the pit box, and then obviously Max Siegel, when he's around, he's up on the pit box and has been, as he was earlier in this race. And whoever may be germane to what's going on in the race right now would be up there. And Ray Ocean, our tire specialist, he'll jump up there and talk to Tony Jr. at times. So it's pretty much a revolving door up there. A lot of guys up communicating with Tony Jr., but the main guys that stay up there obviously are Tony Jr., H.A. Mergen, Dr. H.A. Mergen, and Tony Gibson, the car chief.
All the information going through the car chief and the crew chief, Tony Uri Jr. and Tony Gibson. Those two work together. Tony Uri Jr. makes the call, says, I want to make the changes to tighten the car up, loosen the car up. Tony Gibson then passes those changes on to his team that goes over the wall. And they look at a lot of the things that you're looking at right now. As a matter of fact, they have DirecTV and Hotpass up there on the pit box with them, so they can look at that. They also have scoring up there, so they know the laps that Junior is turning each time around. They also know what his competitors are turning each time around, so they make sure that they're staying competitive with the rest of the teams. And that you see on the back of the pit box up in the upper left corner.
Lap times didn't change, so you're doing good. Stay with that.
We saw the team taking a look at DirecTV's Hotpass and watching the Dale Earnhardt channel on channel 799. A little happier Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that Budweiser Chevrolet. Feels like the changes that were made on this most recent pit stop makes him a little more comfortable, and we're seeing that as he has moved into the 6th spot. Kurt Busch just in front of us. Matt Kenseth, another driver that we heard from the crew chiefs making the comment, we think Matt Kenseth is very strong. Well, the 8 is getting stronger as the race goes on. We'll be right back.
Meeting went really well.
Great job, Abby. I wish some of our managers worked as hard as you do.
Oh, well, I guess you'll just have to promote me to manager then, huh? Oh, there's a new sheriff in town. I understand that I have to work my way up, though.
Singular is now the new AT&T. Your world delivered. Now get an ultra-thin Samsung phone for only $19.99.
Saturdays, anyone can rock it on a Saturday. Give me something to look forward to on a Wednesday between my boss and my commute. Give me surround sound in my cubicle. Give me grilled chicken that keeps things light with an Asian glaze that keeps things interesting. Give me a half rack of ribs and a full rack of napkins. Give me the top down and a wide open lane. Give me a cedar seared salmon that only tastes expensive. Give me a new way to eat out. Smaller portions and prices so I can rock it any day I want. Life is short. Give me more Fridays.
Casey Kane. Where?
Casey! There he is. There he is.
Even the best drivers could use accident forgiveness. Part of your choice auto insurance. Only from Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Hey, is there anything we could do to help? Anything.
I get in the truck and it won't start. I figure it's the starter. But when I get to AutoZone, they said let's test it first. Turns out it's just a solenoid switch. Those AutoZone guys saved me a lot of money, and I'll remember that.
Introducing Men's Rogaine Foam, the first and only foam that regrows hair. Easy to use, dries quickly. It could be the fastest part of your routine. New Men's Rogaine Foam. Use it or lose it. Dodge Ram,
It's got a legendary Hemi V8 with 345 horsepower, an all-new 6.7-liter Cummins turbo diesel with 650 pound-feet of torque, over 5,000 pounds payload available, or up to 16,900 pounds of towing. Dodge Ram, the longest-lasting, most durable line of full-size pickups. Now during National Truck Month, get up to $5,000 cash allowance, plus a no extra charge Hemi V8 upgrade on Ram 1500.
You're watching Fox Sports, broadcasting in HD and presented by DirecTV.
Fox Saturday Baseball returns with a slate of great games. April 7th at an all-new time.
You've been able to continue following Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the lower left of your screen as we were at commercial break, and you see where everyone is running that has Hotpass, or has the Hotpass today for DirecTV. Jimmy Johnson just in front of us, running in the second spot. We've got the fifth spot wrapped up now as we've gotten by the 99 of Carl Edwards. Well, Jimmy Johnson's been running in front of us, so I think it's a good idea if we can talk to them and find out how Jimmy Johnson has been doing to this point in the race. Hey, Matt Yoakum, it's Rick Allen over on the Dale Earnhardt Jr. channel. I know we're jumping in and joining you guys on channel 798 right now. Has there been a lot of communication between Jimmy and Chad Knaus today?
Well, they've gone back and forth a lot, but especially here lately as Jimmy dropped back to second, talking about the difference really in how his race car is reacting balance-wise as Jimmy retakes the lead, passing the 17 of Matt Kenseth, going back into the lead with that Kobalt Tools car. Just talking about, though, Rick, how the car is reacting at this juncture of the race, lap 164, 325.
Hey, Hermie, what kind of changes have you guys made? We've been working with air pressure almost exclusively this entire race, trying to get the car to turn a little bit better in the center. We took a little air out of the right front, but that made us loose in and loose off. How about you guys?
Feel exactly the opposite right down here in the 48 pit. Jimmy's been a little bit loose and been concerned about how the car is just sitting up and riding just off the right rear, and we've had a little bit of tire wear on the right rear, more so than the right front. So Chad has taken a little bit of air pressure out of the right rear on the last two pit stops and put a little bit of wedge in the left rear on the last pit stop. But overall, Jimmy doesn't really like the car the first 5, 6, 7 laps after a restart or on new tires. The car's too loose, Phil, but after that it comes back to him. But overall, Chad's biggest concern has been trying to make sure he stays ahead of the racetrack and makes enough changes to stay on top of it.
Tony Jr. has said the same thing, Hermie. He said when the shadow comes down on the racetrack, which he expects a little bit after 5 o'clock, then the racetrack will immediately cool off and go to tight. So they want to make sure they're a little bit loose when that happens.
Hey, Rick, now Dale Earnhardt Jr., known to be one of the most animated drivers on the radio, especially when he's running well. He's currently in the top 5. How's Junior been today on the comedy level?
Well, I tell you what, communication-wise, he's really been pretty business-like. And at this racetrack, obviously he's had a lot of success around this mile and a half quad oval, and so it's been very business-like. He hasn't been cracking any jokes or anything like that as to this point. He was really trying to get that car handling the way he likes it, and it seems like about now they've figured it out. He had a tight condition in the center of the corner earlier, but this most recent pit stop, they think they've got it fixed. So far it's been pretty businesslike on the radio.
Now the guys on pit road for the 48 crew, they've had some great 13-second stops. How about the Bud guys?
We were just under 13 on our first stop, and then 13.16 on our second stop, 13.77 on our third stop, and our most recent one was just over 13 seconds too. So we've been pretty consistent over the wall also.
Well, Jimmy has given up the lead to his teammate Jeff Gordon. Now, has Dale Earnhardt Jr. been running that high side, or has he been kind of moving around a little bit?
For the most part, Matt, he's been right up on top of the racetrack. He has at times run down on the bottom. As a matter of fact, the most recent run, when he didn't like his car as much, he had to go back down to the bottom. But when the car is close to his liking, then he runs right up on top of the racetrack, and he probably is running it as higher than anybody. And that's maybe why we saw a little bit more wear on the right front tire than some of the other cars. Hermie talked about you guys wearing the right rear. We were wearing the right front, but the last time we took the right front tire off was the best it had looked all day.
All right, well, we'll catch up with you guys a little bit later on. That's Rick and Phil. Now they're covering Dale Earnhardt Jr., one of our hot.
And we also want to thank those guys, Matt Yoakum and Hermie Sadler, taking care of channel 798, Jimmy Johnson. Again, 795, Mark Martin, Tony Stewart on 796. 97 is Greg Biffle. 98, Jimmy Johnson, and you're right here on channel 799.
You know, Rick, it wasn't that hard to talk to those guys. They're only one channel away.
I didn't shout once. Top 5 for Dale Earnhardt Jr., and that's exactly what we like to see as we close in on the, well, we're actually a little past the halfway point. 162 laps was the halfway point. We've got 153 remaining in this one, so a good time for that car to start to come to Junior. Now they can work on getting in position to be up there for the win today, as the top 5 position very good, obviously, for points as well as confidence on this race team.
Remember what Tony Jr. said about the shadows when they get on the racetrack, when the shadows off the billboard start covering the racetrack. He's obviously keeping that in the back of his mind. He doesn't want to get this car too tight, where that when the shadows come down, it's going to be even tighter yet. But he's trying to inch up on it. He doesn't want to do it all at once. Starting to see the shadows a little bit there, but when they come down maybe in another hour or so, and again, as you mentioned, Rick, we're just barely past halfway, so we've got an awfully lot of race yet to run.
Jeff Gordon out in front of the field. Matt Kenseth in 4th. 5th, Earnhardt Jr., Carl Edwards 6th. You see Jeff Gordon in the upper right-hand corner, and it's the Hendrick cars of Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson running 1 and 2 right now.
Rick, we may be following 5 cars with DirecTV Hotpass, but that 07 car running 3rd right there, he's got a little bit vested in Hotpass too.
He sure does. He's carrying our, I guess you would say, our banner or our flag today. Clint Boyer, the 07, has the Hotpass exclusively on DirecTV decals. We'll be right back with more Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Tow 11,000 pounds, you're going to need 2 trucks. Unless, of course, you're Joe. Joe drives the Ford F-150, the only half-ton pickup in America that can tow 11,000 pounds all by itself. Joe, how's that possible?
Fully boxed frame, Mike.
Fully boxed frame. Or not fully boxed. The choice is yours, but how are you going to drive 2 trucks at once?
Now get 0% financing for 60 months on America's best-selling truck, Ford F-150.
Try the coffee everyone's talking about. We'll even add the cream and sugar just the way you like it, leaving you just one responsibility. Tough gig. McDonald's Premium Roast Coffee.
1 million molecules of underarm protection. One day, you'll need them. Degree Men Power.
There are times you gotta ask yourself, do you think you've got the torque? Or do you know you've got the torque? Get Q Torque Power for trucks, heat activated to help more of your engine's power reach the road. No leading synthetic motor oil delivers more torque than Q Torque Power. Full synthetic Q Torque Power for trucks. Unleash all your horses. Congratulations, champ, and the 48 team from all your friends at Q.
Hey, isn't that Sammy Hagar? Yeah, it is. He's singing about the number 55 Napa car. Yep, that's awesome. But isn't it a little loud? You know you're right. Hey, Sammy, could you turn the amp down a little lower? Sure, you think you could drive a little faster?
He's like that on Mondays.
Good luck tonight, Reed.
We Sorensens really love our cars.
Over the last 25 years, I've insured 88 cars for the Sorensen family. Every car they drive.
Well, except one.
And for that one, we sponsor the driver.
State Farm, the #1 choice of 40 million drivers, is proud to sponsor NASCAR driver Reed Sorensen.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Fox tonight. What could Homer have done to deserve this?
I think the hook is touching my brain.
The Simpsons. Then the winner is winning over the hearts of everyone.
I made a new buddy. You do realize he's gay. If he's gay, then why is he taking me to the Liza Minnelli concert tonight?
All new starting at 8, 7 Central tonight on Fox.
Time going by awful fast for Dale Earnhardt Jr. clicking off laps just over 30 seconds. Around 31 seconds for the 8 team as they make their way around Atlanta Motor Speedway. And Atlanta Motor Speedway, a mile-and-a-half quad oval as we look down from the Ginn Resorts and Properties blimp. This aerial coverage provided by Ginn Resorts and Properties. Taking a look at the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet from about 1,000 feet in the air. Junior a tight run here as he gets off of turn 4 with a car on the inside of him, and then continuing to run the high line. And positive comments coming out of the driver the most recent time after the changes were made to his car, saying that he believes that the tight feeling in the center of the corners has been improved. Maybe not completely fixed, but improved that tight condition. And so a little wiggle there again, though, coming out of the turn. And the turn 4, that is where I've seen him get a little bit loose a couple times on the exit of turn number 4.
Remember, a little bit loose is okay. That's what Tony Jr. is shooting for. He wants this car to be a little bit loose when the shadows get on the racetrack and the racetrack cools off dramatically. But remember, we've started out really well on runs after we put tires on. This, I think, is the longest we've been able to maintain a top 5 position since the race started. So I think we're definitely going in the right direction, Rick.
And that's obviously a testament to the experience of Tony Uri Jr. and the rest of the number 8 team, all working together as a team. When the driver feels comfortable, obviously the team feels better. So holding on to the top 5 spot for the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet. We'll be right back.
This is Duralast, brakes built to exceed the need. Engineered with molded technology for better performance and longer life. Torture tested to perform under the most extreme conditions. Built for superior stopping power and backed by a nationwide lifetime warranty. Get the brakes built to exceed the need. Only at AutoZone.
When you're about to do something this big, a little luck never hurts. Thanks for having us.
Get the power of 2 networks. The Nextel walkie-talkie network and the Sprint voice and data network have come together on one powerful phone. Introducing Motorola Buzz, the superior Nextel walkie-talkie network, over 20 million people strong, plus enhanced voice and data capabilities on the powerful Sprint network, all in a sleek, rugged frame. The first in the PowerSource family of phones, now only $59.99. One phone, 2 networks, a million ways to get things done. Nextel, only from Sprint.
Hey, I'm ordering some Domino's. Great.
Thanks for calling Domino's. Would you like to try our new Double Zero deal?
Double what?
Double Zero deal. Buy 1 pizza, get a second one free on Sundays. It's named after me.
Who are you?
I'm Double Zero, David Ruderman. Hey, check this out. Hey, can you hear that?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, how about now?
It's windy.
Buy a large pizza, get a second one free.
They're skating's biggest rivals.
That was gold.
Get out of my face.
I'll get inside your face.
You are banned for the remainder of your life.
But on March 30th,
There's a loophole. You can still compete in pair skating.
they'll become the ultimate team. Will Ferrell, John Heder. Blades of Glory.
Rated PG-13.
All right, come on down, get them waved off. Good, we're pitting this time.
Communications just coming across the radio. Pit this time, pit this time. And so that's why he is going to hug that white line coming through 3 and 4. Slow way down, get down to 4,000 RPM as he comes on to pit road.
4,000, buddy, 4,000.
Remember, Junior told us how this pitting early strategy has really worked. They've been pitting about 7 or 8 laps earlier than they probably could go on fuel because they want to get fresh tires back on this car. He maintained a top 5
right
position just about this entire run here.
Hold in here. Right there. Nice, good job.
Lap 190 of 325, 135 laps to go. The 7 men over the wall making all the changes to the car for fresh Goodyear
let's go hard.
tires.
Go hard, hard.
Seven.
All the way to the end of pit road there. Go. Pit road speed.
17 gallons of Sunoco fuel going into the Budweiser Chevrolet.
13.23 on that pit stop. Another great job by the Budweiser guys. I'll tell you, their average has to be less than about 13.5 seconds of pit stop.
10 car lengths back to the 40 car. Big hole behind him, or you're clear right there if you'd like to. Still got 6 car lengths.
Phil, I didn't get an exact time on the 4th stop that they made, but times before it, the longest time they've been on pit road has been 13.77 seconds on their 3rd stop. So an impressive day for the 7 guys over the wall.
Yeah, that 4th stop was right at 14 seconds, Rick. So every stop between 12.90 and 14 seconds, these guys are getting it done, I'm telling you.
Pit stops will begin to cycle through. We've dropped back to 19th in the scoring order.
Remember, we're really vulnerable right now. We want to make sure that the caution flag doesn't come out till everyone has had a chance to make their pit stop. Just one car staying on the racetrack could potentially put us a lap down if the caution were to fall. So we want to hold our breaths here till we get all these cars pitted before the caution comes out.
To cycle through, that normally can take anywhere from 5 to 10 laps. Everyone has fairly similar fuel mileage. So if we come in at, say, an early time on a pit window, we might see some drivers staying out for a longer run. Tony Uri Jr. has come off of the pit box. Looks like he's going to talk with Ray Ocean. He's the tire specialist, wanting to make sure those tires are wearing properly, especially if Junior likes what he's driving right now. Currently in the 7th spot as they continue to cycle through. Juan Pablo Montoya out in front of the field.
Remember, we told you that the right front tire, and Tony Jr. actually told Dale Jr. the right front tire looked the best it had on that last pit stop. I'm telling you, I think it looks even better this time, so I think they're definitely going in the right direction. We were able to maintain a top 5, top 6 position throughout that entire run. So I think we're definitely headed in the right direction.
It really is amazing how Dale Earnhardt Jr. can do everything that he's doing, not only get a feel for this race car, but also go nearly 195 miles an hour into turn 1. He's got a lot of things going on and doing a spectacular job as he's moved up to the 3rd position. So the highest scored position Dale Earnhardt Jr. has been all day, and it takes place on lap 195. So 130 laps remaining in this race. Well over the halfway point now as the team continues to watch DirecTV, Phil.
They're actually watching the pit stop. Walt Smith, the pit crew coach, is on the right. He is timing things.
Through, Dale Jr. You're P3. The leader's just now heading into 1.
That's DJ Kopp right there on the left. He's the front tire changer. They stop and analyze each and every pit stop. These guys have been on the money the entire day. As we talked earlier, 12.9 to 14 seconds on every pit stop. See that Jay Gennari is going to pull the tear off the windshield, so Junior has a fresh tear off underneath him. Now he can see just like the windshield was brand spanking new. See Brian Hootie Chase come over and get that car up on the jack, drops the jack again. Great pit work by the Budweiser team.
Those guys learning every time across the wall, something new may take place, and so a continuous learning process for the 7 guys going over the wall. And it looks like a comfortable ride right now for Dale Earnhardt Jr. I had started to talk about all the things that take place. Well, we got an email from Smitty at Nellis Air Force Base, where we just were a week ago. And first of all, I want to say, Smitty, thanks a lot for letting us drive across Nellis Air Force Base when we left the racetrack a week ago. But Smitty asked the question, and this, by the way, is his first time watching Hotpass. How does a driver keep his composure with everything going on? Phil, you've been in this exact situation.
Well, I sure have, Rick. And obviously, some guys do it better than others, but everybody at this level right now is so professional. You may get excited, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to reflect in your lap time. You may get excited, but you're going to get over it really quick because you have to. You have to concentrate on the job at hand, and these guys are so good at doing that. I mean, Dale Jr., this is as probably calm as I've heard him this entire race. He just wants to give the information to Tony Jr., let Tony Jr. decide what to do. If he felt like he goes the wrong way, he's going to tell him that. When he's struggling with the chassis on the car, he's going to tell him that. But when it's right, he's going to tell him that also. But most of these guys do a great job of keeping your composure. When we get to a short track, that's when the tempers really flare, when you have some beating and banging, like we're going to see next week on DirecTV Hotpass at Bristol. There's going to be a lot of beating and banging. It's going to be a lot harder for these guys to keep their composure, but we've got a guy behind the wheel of this 8 car that can get it done and keep his composure.
You know, I asked Junior a very similar question. I said, what calms you in the car? And he made the comment, he said, I get wound up sometimes, so I have to lean on Steve Neal, Tony Eury Jr. to keep me focused. He says it doesn't always work because there are times when he wants to bite right through the steering wheel, but he also thinks it makes him a little better of a driver when he's a little angry or upset, so he gets right up on the wheel.
Yeah, and he has so much respect for Steve Neal and for Tony Jr., and that's important. If you have respect for the people that are going to try to calm you down, then it works.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. being scored in the 3rd position at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We'll be right back with more.
Don't forget about us, Stevie.
With Glidden Team Colors paint, you can get the official colors of your favorite team.
Sir, you're all set.
Whoever that may be. Exclusively from Glidden and only at the Home Depot.
Left here. Morning, gentlemen. So how'd the testing go?
Well, low-quality discount gasolines can leave behind engine gunk.
Hate engine gunk.
I know you do. Well, Shell stop gunky buildup to help engines perform at their best.
Still won't turn right, huh? Not gonna happen.
You are the man. You mastered Wendy's new 4-alarm spicy chicken on freshly baked artisan bread. You felt the sting of the spicy whole breast filet, and you didn't touch your drink. You made it through the natural pepper jack cheese and chipotle sauce, and you didn't touch your drink. And then you laughed in the face of the sliced jalapenos. Still, you are the man. You separated yourself from the boys. And then you grabbed your drink like you never saw a drink in your life. And that is doing what tastes right.
Bold, aggressive styling. Incredibly precise handling. Electronic stability program. 5-speed auto stick transmission. Dodge Charger SXT. It has the power to make anyone emotional.
Excuse me, Marcos. Can I just get a picture?
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you.
Rookie. Fresh meat. Hey, Walby.
Go back to go-karts, rookie.
Thank you very much.
Did you lose your mommy, little boy?
Do you need to get your diaper changed today? Come on by and I'll sign your blankie for you.
Look at that, the Australian turtle.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Give me a try.
Yeah, that's
Hop
good.
along, kangaroo. Kangaroo meat.
Welcome back to the Kobalt Tools 500 from Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia. The 5 drivers featured on Hotpass today: Jimmy Johnson, us, Tony Stewart, Biffle, and Mark Martin. Tony Stewart running just behind us in the 5th position. After 208 of the 325 laps, Stewart has actually led a few laps. Let's take an opportunity to talk to Stewart's team here in just a moment. Hey, Mike Wallace, we are enjoying, I guess, running a little bit in front of you right now, but I see that we're getting passed also right now by that Home Depot Chevrolet. Looks as though they've been pretty strong. He's actually been up and led some laps already today, hasn't he?
Yeah, Rick, we have. And Phil, you know, our car's running pretty good. We had a bad pit stop just a little while ago. We were running in top 3 most of the race. We led for a long time, got shuffled back a little bit, come down pit road, had a left rear lug nut fall off. And we're finally starting to work our way back towards the front now. How's your car? How's the 8 car doing today?
Mike, it's been doing really well. Tony Jr. is just trying to inch up on this thing. He started out a little bit tight in the center. Then he got a little bit free off. They made some adjustments. Then he got pretty much tight all the way around the racetrack. We adjusted for that, and then he got it loose in and loose off. So I think right now the car is as good as it's been all day, and Tony Jr. really wants to be cognizant of what that car is going to be like when we get shadows on the racetrack. So that's one thing. He wants to be in position later on when the billboards cast a shadow on the racetrack that he's not going to be too tight.
Hey, and Phil, you know as a driver that you just have to be patient when you have one of those problems. As Mike said, our lug nut fell off on the pit stop at 143, and we were running around back in 11th. But they came in this last time, put on 4 tires, put the track bar up a quarter of a turn, and then they just had a great pit stop, rocketed one off, and now Tony back up there to the top where we think he's going to be the rest of the day.
Yeah, Mike, we've been really firing off great pit stops also. Now, when Tony was up front, did he say that the car was running better in that clean air?
Well, he really didn't say that, Rick, a lot. What he was complaining about most of the race, he's complaining about it being tight in the middle. He's rolling the entry and the exit pretty good, but right in the middle, about the first 3 stops, he was complaining about it being tight right in the middle. So they've been working on it. Not big changes, just a little bit here and there. Zippy, you know, has been real cognizant of in regards to saying, hey, how much do I need to help you? Help me out. So they're driving good, wants to make it a little bit better, but all in all, pretty good day.
Hey, Mike and Ray, we were talking to Jimmy Johnson's pod a few moments ago, and Jimmy has a bit of an opposite situation. His car was a little bit too loose in the center of the corner, and they were working to adjust that. So of the 3 cars we've talked to, 2 of them are a little tight in the center, and one of them's a little bit loose in the center.
Yeah, well, Phil, so far today, I think our biggest break, though, came at lap 37 because Tony was losing that right front tire, and he was aware of it. He came on the radio and said, we're going to pit under green next time by, and as he went down the backstretch, the yellow flag came out, and we were able to pit under yellow. So that was the big break for us so far today here in the Home Depot pits.
Well, Mike and Ray, we appreciate you coming over here and chatting with us a little bit on 799. Good luck to Tony Stewart and all the fans that are over there on channel 796. We've got a pretty star-studded field on Hotpass again today. Jimmy Johnson, one of the Hotpass drivers, leading this race. We've dropped back to the 6th position. Tony Stewart running in the 3rd position, so he's moving the right direction right now.
Again, still have a long way to go. We have over 100 laps to go in this race. We'll probably have at least 2 more pit stops, if not 3.
One pit stop at the beginning of this race, under 13 seconds, so an impressive stop for the over-the-wall guys. That was on the first stop. There's been 2 cautions. First one coming out on lap 36, the second caution on lap 142. We've made 5 pit stops up to this point in the race, and really no adjustments other than air pressure on the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet.
Tony Jr.'s been just trying to fiddle with the air pressure, try to get that car turning a little bit more in the center of the corner for Dale Jr. without getting it loose in. That's the thing. It's hard to adjust one thing when you have a car that's really doing two different things. When we talk about the car being a little bit loose in the corner and a little tight in the center of the corner, it's hard to adjust with both things. So that's a fine line that Tony Jr. is having to walk right now to try to adjust the car that he doesn't hurt one thing while he tries to help the other.
Ray Ocean up there on the left, in the upper left corner of the screen. You see on top of the pit box, that's Tony Eury Jr. tapping the notepad right now with his pen. And Ray Ocean, the tire specialist, and that's been the story today, Phil.
You know, we talk about how the drivers maintain their composure. When we have people like Tony Jr. who really keeps his composure, he's very, very calm on the top of the pit box and very, very calm influence. So when we got Steve Meal also very calm, that's going to really help somebody like Dale Jr. retain his composure. But we'll be back with more of the Dale Jr. channel from Atlanta right after these messages.
Sterling Marlin or Sturt? Where'd you get the t-shirt, man? T-shirt? Oh, it's for you. Gymnast? Mr. Backflip?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Living the dream.
Excuse me, I think I'm living a dream.
You know what last year was for you? What's that? A fluke. You know what's getting ready to happen to you? What? You're gonna get your ass whipped. We'll see about that.
I'm so proud you're part of the new team.
Hey, I'm glad to be here.
We've been working really hard to make sure we get the right guy for each position.
Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, like today, we're looking at tire carriers.
Next!
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay.
Wait till you see his sister.
This is the final vault for Stefan Beletsky.
Father and coach Usten Beletsky looking on.
Whoa! Oh. I've never seen a springboard break like that.
There will be a deduction on the landing.
I'd hate to be responsible for that.
Not the official tools of gymnastics. The official tools of NASCAR. Craftsman at Sears.
Casey Kane. Where? Casey! There he is. There he is.
Even the best drivers could use accident forgiveness. Part of your choice auto insurance. Only from Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Hey, is there anything we could do to help? Anything.
The clock is ticking and time's running out to save big time at the Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event with huge savings on select Yamaha ATVs, motorcycles, and side-by-sides. See your Yamaha dealer before time runs out for good. Now get payments as low as $69 a month till 2009 plus up to $400 cash back.
Now get all your favorites in one box. Introducing the new Variety Big Box from KFC. Popcorn chicken, a crispy strip, a drumstick, mashed potatoes, coleslaw, a biscuit, and a large drink. Fill up on all your favorites at KFC.
They pick up precious seconds, pick up laps, and pick up our hearts. Enterprise salutes NASCAR for picking us all up. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Welcome back to Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton,
Still doing
Georgia.
all right. That 42 is really good and 20 is really good. I know you've seen that. Yeah. This car is filling up with smoke pretty bad. My eyes are burning like a son of a bitch.
Pit road is open. Pit road is open.
There was smoke on the racetrack. The 10 of Scott Riggs bringing out our
Nobody
most recent
to go
caution.
around. Just come to the sign. You'll have an open pit to leave.
4,000. 4,000.
In 4,000, the RPMs as they get ready to come
42
onto
is going
pit
to
road.
drop off here pretty quick. 99 is 2. Start finish line, Tony Jr.
10 away right there. Come left right here. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on in here. Right there.
Tony Jr. said he took a half a pound of air out of the right rear the last time. Dale Jr. said it's a little bit tighter in the center that time. Started off good, then got a little bit tight in the center. So they're going to put that half a pound of air.
Go, hold on. Go. Clear right 99 outside.
Phil, looked like another pretty good pit stop.
Well, just 13.19 seconds, Rick, is what it was.
Just 13.19. Another excellent stop for the over-the-wall guys. Before this caution had come out, there were 19 cars on the lead lap. One will receive the free pass, so on the restart we should have 20 cars on the lead lap. We've just made our 6th stop of the day. It was the 3rd one under caution. 3 cautions today at Atlanta.
NASCAR experience.
You know you love NASCAR. Don't just watch it, live it. Get hands-on training in the heart of NASCAR country at NASCAR Technical Institute. NTI's industry-specific automotive technology program and its NASCAR performance technology programs deliver the horsepower to accelerate your rewarding new career.
Everything is authentic. Everything we do here applies to the NASCAR world.
Built on 40 years of automotive training excellence and strong NASCAR automotive industry relationships, NTI's programs deliver.
It's a first-class operation. Right now we have 6 guys from NTI that work here, and they work here in various places.
Complete your training in about a year. All NTI graduates receive employment assistance.
Yeah, we're constantly looking for people. We have 340 employees. You got to be well educated to work on a race team today.
Trained NASCAR, performance racing, and automotive technicians are in high demand. Call NTI now and turn your passion into a new career.
MLB Extra Innings from DirecTV. Over 1,600 games of Major League action. That's up to 60 games a week for a price you won't believe. We're talking every hit, every catch, every play. It's the most Major League Baseball you can get. MLB Extra Innings from DirecTV. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directv.com/MLB.
You're watching NASCAR Hotpass exclusively on DirecTV and brought to you by Dodge. Grab life by the horns.
Welcome back to NASCAR Hot Pass exclusively on DirecTV. You're riding along 799.
Robbie Gordon, the tail end of the lead lap.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. channel, currently in the 5th
Is that
position.
right, Tony Jr.?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Inside of 100 laps
Lap
remaining.
cars coming on the bottom, June. Like I said, the 7 cars on the tail end of the lead lap. And you're going to be trying to make a lap up. So we'll see what happens.
Jimmy Johnson, one of the strong cars today. Has been leading quite a few laps, as has Tony Stewart, both Hot Pass drivers. If you want, you have the opportunity. Change to channel 795. Mark Martin's over there. Tony Stewart's on 796. Greg Biffle on 797. And Jimmy Johnson on channel 798. So you have the opportunity to join in with any one of the 5 drivers today on NASCAR Hot Pass, exclusively on DirecTV. Dale Earnhardt Jr. running in the 5th
Second row
position.
on the bottom, Dale Jr. is the 83 on 7 cylinders. Remember the last restart we just kind of messed up. So I imagine if we just go the outside or inside and split them. Pace cars off. Green flag, everybody's rolling, June.
Restart just taking place. Phil, I noticed you caught up, it looks like, with Tony Uri Jr.
I have Tony's going to watch the car over down at turn 1 and 2. Tony took a little bit of air out of the right rear tire. He talked about it being a little bit too tight. You put the air back in, but you know, we talked about the shadows and stuff getting on the racetrack. This race is going so fast with daylight savings time, we never maybe get to the shadows.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was scared of when we started the race. But a while ago, we took air out of the right rear and put some in the left rear, which is kind of uncharacteristic for what's supposed to happen. So it freed the car up in the center, so it's kind of weird. So we decided we'd just take that run there and take a half a pound out of the right rear and just see what kind of happens and make sure we were feeling what we were supposed to be feeling and It just took some filling out of the right rear tire for him getting in, and it definitely tightened it up in the center like it should have. So we'll just back up on that adjustment a little bit, and hopefully we can keep it freed up here at the end.
All right, man. Thank you, buddy.
Crew Chief Tony Uri Jr. giving us some more insight. It's exactly what you're able to get right here on NASCAR Hot Pass on Channel 799 for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Begin running in the 5th spot now on the bottom of the racetrack with those stickered Goodyear tires. Feeling a little more confident to run along the white line. After a few laps, normally 5 to 6 laps.
Wrecking into 3, Dale Jr. Wrecking into 3. Racetrack will be okay. Coming to the yellow.
Hearing that a 4th caution taking place, a wreck in turn 3. It looks like David Rudeman involved with a Evernham car. I couldn't tell if that was Casey Kane or if it was Elliott Sadler. For certain, it is the 00 of David Rudeman. Domino's Pizza 00 Toyota Tundra. Oh, also involved in that, Brian Vickers in the 83. So you take a look in your upper right-hand corner. You see the replay on Fox broadcast. Looks like Biffle getting into the wall also.
What happened? It looked like the 16 and the 83 got together on the back stretch, and they pinned the, let's see, the 9 and the 00 on the wall. 9's going to keep going. 00 probably will too, but he's damaged pretty good.
You want to take a closer look at this?
Looked
You
like
can.
Steve Erdis, the 00 hooked the 16 into it.
You can take a look at Channel 797. That's a Hot Pass driver, Greg Biffle.
It has sure has been a clean race thus far. We've had a couple cautions for debris and things like that, but sure has been a clean racetrack and fast. As Tony Jr., we were just talking about, worrying about the shadows and stuff, and the fact that they may not get here because this race is going so fast, and obviously daylight savings time earlier this year than ever before. That may affect what Tony Jr. does on the subsequent pit stops.
Phil, we just came in 4 laps ago. Is everyone going to come in and stop again?
It doesn't appear that the guys are getting ready to stop down here, and only 4 laps, only probably 2 or 3 laps of green flag racing on the tires. We should not have hurt the tires that bad. We sure don't want to give up the track position. So I think more than likely we're going to stay out. We're in a great position right now, up in the top 5. We want to stay out there with the leaders.
19 were on the lead lap. One will gain that spot back with a free pass. So Bobby Labonte more than likely will receive the free pass, and he will get back on the lead lap, making it 20 cars on the lead lap. Currently running in the top 5 again for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart, Clint Boyer, Carl Edwards just in front of us. Juan Pablo Montoya, Matt Kenseth, Jeff Burton, Reed Sorensen, and Elliott Sadler are your top 10.
Top there, 3-2.
Again, the voices that you hear: Steve Meal is your spotter, Tony Uri Jr., crew chief, and driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. The voices on the radio. And on your interactive remote, you can push the menu button, getting the choices up there. You can have scoring. You can listen to the Fox broadcasts, which are about to go to commercial. And so as they do that, we'll slide down into the lower left of the screen and be right back with more racing from Atlanta.
We knew the 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year would be a tough act to follow. So we took the lead instead. Introducing the most powerful heavy duty on the planet, the all-new Silverado HD.
This is our country.
Try the coffee everyone's talking about. We'll even add the cream and sugar just the way you like it, leaving you just one responsibility. Tough gig. McDonald's Premium Roast Coffee.
I get in the truck and it won't start. I figure it's the starter. But when I get to AutoZone, they said let's test it first. Turns out it's just a solenoid switch. Those AutoZone guys saved me a lot of money, and I'll remember that.
Hey, Jimmy, I was following you in practice, and it looks like you're kind of messing up turn 3. And if I was you, I would try to arc it out a little more.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna need it again. I'm so sorry, what were we saying?
Good talk, Jimmy.
Nextel helps NASCAR fans get things done with the new Motorola Buzz. 1 powerful phone, 2 powerful networks. Nextel, only from Sprint.
What are you doing?
Happy anniversary, honey.
I should have married Howard Finkelstein. It's a Coke cap.
Is it?
Oh!
Turn your cap into something. MyCokeRewards.com.
And we're back to the action here in Indianapolis. Another strike by Gilbert. Brian Latt needs to be perfect here. Seems to be a slight delay.
Oh, my!
Not the official tools of bowling. The official tools of NASCAR. Craftsman at Sears.
I take all the good times I can get. I'm too young for growing.
Half cars on the bottom, June, coming to the green.
How many is on the lead lap, Junior? Be, looks like 17, 18. Yep, just come on pit road and lost the lap for some reason. I don't even know what they were doing, but he definitely lost the lap. Who? Yep, Gord did.
Communications talking about
cars on the lead lap.
how many cars on the lead lap. Tony Eury Jr., Steve Meal.
Not gonna go, Jim. Not gonna go.
Letting them know that they're bringing the caution lights back out. We were expecting to go to green when they came to the start-finish line, but the caution flag will come back out and we will go around at least one more time. Junior's been a real good man, just like Tim McGraw was singing about when we came back. He has been running in the top 5, top 10 pretty much all day, but top 5 as of recently. Car really coming to Dale Earnhardt Jr. now as Tony Eury Jr. has made the right adjustments, made the changes that have made Junior feel a little more comfortable. He's been running mostly on the bottom of the racetrack to start his runs, but then works his way up and runs the high side pretty much the duration of the fuel run as well as the tire run. We have heard from another one that has been giving us emails, and that would be Gary from Carrollton, Ohio. Gary asks, how is fuel mileage factored? I mean, how do you find out what kind of fuel mileage these race cars get? And then does that come into play with all these green flag racing laps, Phil?
Well, you're going to give me the mathematical question, right?
Because you're a math whiz.
Actually, determine how many laps you run. Obviously, you start with a full tank of fuel. You run X amount of laps, and then you come in, you see how much gas that takes. So you multiply the laps times 1.54, which is the distance of this racetrack, and then you divide that by the gallons, and that'll give you miles per gallon. And then you figure you got 17 gallons in a fuel cell. You probably figured about 17.5 because you know you can have a little bit of fuel in the fuel lines. So you determine how many miles 17.5 gallons will give you. Say you're getting 5 miles a gallon. You multiply that by 17.5, and that gives you a number. Then you divide that.
Rule? You got a slide rule down there? What's going on with all these numbers?
And then you divide that by the length of the racetrack, which is 1.54, and that gives you the number of laps. Quit laughing up there,
You're
Rick.
amazing. Hey, I want to throw a variable in. Why do they weigh the gas cans?
Well, so they don't have to wait for the gas cans to go to the gas pumps. They know how much a gas can weighs when it's empty. They know how much a gas can weighs when it's full. So these gas cans hold 12 gallons, so they can determine how much each gallon of fuel weighs. So they can weigh a gas can after a partial can has been put in, and they can determine how much gas is put in, so they can do their calculations without waiting for the gas can to come back from the fuel pumps.
Gary from Carrollton, Ohio, thank you so much for giving Phil Parsons an opportunity to show us that math expertise that he brings to every race.
Are we out of time? Is the race over yet after I get done with that?
Yeah, thank you, Phil, and we'll wrap it up. Nope, there's 89 laps in this one to go. We just heard, again, communications waving it off, but we believe this time by we will see a green flag go into the air and get back to racing. Again, up in the upper right-hand corner, you see the Fox broadcast. That's Scott Riggs. He was the reason for the most recent, or actually 2 cautions ago, there was smoke coming out of that 10 car. Most recent caution was David Rudiman, Greg Biffle, Casey Kane, Brian Vickers, all involved in the most recent caution.
Rick, I'll use a calculator on some tough stuff, but that's not very tough there. So
88 laps to go, 88 pace cars off.
I don't even need a calculator for that.
Hotpass at directtv.com. If you want to
Green
stump
flag,
Phil.
Green flag. Outside, outside, outside. 3 wide.
Folks, on that restart, Juan Pablo Montoya gets into the back of the 8. Got him loose.
Clear high if you like.
Getting up to speed now, but Juan Pablo Montoya got into the back of us, back of that 8 car.
Clear
Let's
low
take
if you
one
like.
more look. It's coming off of 4. Junior's just about to start accelerating, and Juan Pablo Montoya gets right in the back. Look at him move us around. So as that takes place, we drop to 6. Juan Pablo Montoya being scored in 5th. He's running the high line just in front of us, but I'm guessing not for long after that move.
Remember that Busch race a couple of weeks ago in Mexico City where Juan Pablo made a bonsai move there going in a corner
back to the 17.
on his teammate Scott Pruitt and won that race. So he's obviously an aggressive driver, but I would think that Junior's not too happy about being run into on a restart.
Not one bit. But calmer heads prevail, and Junior running his line on the high side of the racetrack. Matt Kenseth just behind us. Again, another one of the Hotpass drivers that have won on Hotpass. That was Matt Kenseth winning in the 2nd race of the season in California. His teammate, the 16 of Greg Biffle, on Hotpass today.
Back bumper.
And you're riding shotgun with Dale Earnhardt Jr. You hear the engine as he goes in through the turns.
Inside, inside. Clear low, 5 car in your mirror. Inside, clear low.
You see Junior runs to the bottom of the racetrack in 3 and 4 and then goes back up to the top of the racetrack in 1 and 2. That's because he likes the way his car drives on the bottom in 3 and 4, especially when these tires are fairly new, and he likes the top in 1 and 2.
That 5 of Kyle Busch scored 2 laps down, so that wasn't a pass for position. Matt Kenseth is in front of us scoring wise in the 6th position. Tony Stewart back out in front, running with that clean air. And that is exactly where Dale Earnhardt Jr. would like to be, running up front in clean air. He's been in the top 10 consistently all day long. We have just 81 laps remaining in the Kobalt Tools 500.
3 car lengths back to the 31.
We haven't heard Junior comment on the chassis yet. So Tony Jr.'s waiting to hear what Junior has to say. Yeah, we've got 80 laps to go, though, so we know we have at least 1 pit stop. I think probably more like 2 pit stops left before the end of this race.
Normally I would say no news is good news, but we have dropped back a couple spots.
Inside.
Now the shadows pretty much completely over turns 1 and 2. Jeff Burton in the 31, taking a position away into 7th. Dale Earnhardt Jr. 8th, Reed Sorensen 9th.
We have Hotpass running 1-2 right now with Tony Stewart leading, Jimmy Johnson second, and then the Hotpass sponsored Chevrolet of Clint Boyer is running 5th. Currently we're being shown in 8th, as you just mentioned, Rick.
Behind us, Mark Martin in the 0-1. He's being scored in the 12th position. Our Hotpass drivers, and involved in that most recent accident was the 16, Greg Biffle, and he is off the racetrack. Give the Hotpass hot shots. Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson first and second. Carl Edwards now being switched over instead of Greg Biffle. So Carl Edwards fans, you can join them on channel 797. And again, he is running in the 4th position. Dale Earnhardt Jr. running 8th in the number 8 Chevrolet.
No matter where you are, no matter how fast you go, what's inside, we'll show everything. Every car, every driver, every ding and dent will be different with this.
Different.
Look. Wow. It's amazing. It's the mirrors.
HD TV powered by DLP. See how millions of tiny mirrors make the picture amazing.
Buy an HD TV powered by DLP today at these retailers.
Introducing the evolution of Haviland. Now with Deposit Shield. The deposits that attack your engine every time you drive can cause friction, robbing it of performance and fuel efficiency. Haviland shields it, because a clean engine runs better. Defend your engine. Haviland with Deposit Shield.
We have here
laminate.
Thomasville Jatoba hardwood with satin smooth finish.
Very nice. Class, I want you to see what happens when you go beyond just reading the instructions. Well done.
Suck up.
Jared here with racing champion Tony Stewart. Everyone knows Subway restaurants for tasty low-fat subs, like this 6-inch Subway Club. Make it a foot long, and it's still less than half the fat of a McDonald's Big Mac.
But the big surprise, it has twice the meat. Fills me up without slowing me down.
Less fat.
More meat.
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 Less fat. Less fat.
Jared, you're never gonna go as fast as me. More meat.
The delicious foot-long Subway Club. Less than half the fat of a Big Mac.
But twice the meat. Fills me up without slowing me down. Subway. Race hard.
Eat fresh.
Welcome back. Today's aerial coverage provided by Ginn Resorts and Properties. flying high above the Atlanta Motor Speedway, just south of Atlanta in Hampton, Georgia. Following the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet of Dale Earnhardt Jr. The number 8 team has been very solid, not only on the racetrack, but also on pit road. The slowest stop of the day.
70 laps to go, 70.
Right at around 14 seconds. Our quickest stop was the first one at 12.93. We've had 6 pit stops. There's been 4 cautions. After the most recent caution, we did not come in, make any adjustments or changes. Actually didn't even come onto pit road. It had only been a couple laps since the pit stop had taken place. 2 cautions back to back. Running in the 8th spot, Jeff Burton in front of us, Reed Sorensen behind us, Tony Stewart continuing to lead this race.
I tell you, Rick, Tony Stewart is really setting a torrid pace right there. That lap was a 30.75. With as many laps as he has on those tires, that is a really, really fast lap speed. Jimmy Johnson was the only other car on the racetrack below 31 seconds flat. This most recent lap right now, Tony Stewart ran a 30.96. Jimmy Johnson.
Right. Loose as hell, getting in at first, real tight. Cool.
You heard Junior say it's really, really loose getting in. He's running about 31.40 right now.
To the 41 car.
So he's about 0.4 of a second off right now what our leader, Tony Stewart, and our second place car, Jimmy Johnson's running.
Yeah, and Phil, that's probably the first words we've heard out of Junior since that pit stop back on lap 224. And so there's been a lot of silence on the radio from Dale Earnhardt Jr. Normally, you know, you say, well, no news is good news. But in this case, he's yelling tight. He's also yelling loose getting in.
That's something that we fought this entire race for the most part, is loose getting in the corner, then tight in the center. So Tony Jr. knows that about 2 pit stops ago was the best it's been. So he has those notes to look at and see what we had in the car right then. So he may look back at those notes and try to put that car back like it was a couple pit stops ago.
Obviously, when you look at this race, you've got to look at the short picture, which is Dale Earnhardt Jr. running very successful. But big picture, you've got to look at points. And in the top 3 teams in the final standings since 1994, only 1 team has ended the season with fewer than 20 top 10 finishes. And so we haven't had a top 10 finish out of this team yet this year in the first 3 races, but have consistently run in the top 10 here. This really could catapult this team onto its run to get into the chase and look for that championship that Dale Earnhardt Jr. so wants.
That's what this point system does, is reward consistency, and that's, you're going to see this team. Obviously, they've been in the top 10 probably for 95% of this race or even more. So this is definitely a top 10, top 5 team. And you know, when the car was really right, Junior maintained a top 5 position throughout an entire run. So if Tony Jr. can get the car back like it was, or like Junior wants it, then I think we should be looking at another top 5 finish. So this team is going to pile up a bunch of top 5s and a bunch of top 10s. They just had a little bad luck at Daytona. Obviously got taken up out in an accident not of their making. They lost an engine at California. And they had a good, strong top 5 car last week at Las Vegas. And they had a pit road penalty that relegated them to an 11th place finish. So this car will pile up a bunch of top 5s and top 10s and some wins this year.
And again, the wins are what determine where you are ranked when they start the chase competition. You receive points per wins this year. That's a change that was made, as well as adding 2 drivers into the chase format. So 12 drivers will make it into the chase this year, and then wins will determine where you rank in the start of the chase, and then it will go back to the normal points situation. Running consistently in 8th, but a little bit of a handful, Dale Earnhardt Jr. from Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Hey, Jimmy, need a little help? Sure. You know what else would be good?
Kobalt tools are so comfortable.
Let me use that screwdriver. No.
You just don't want to quit working.
Yeah. What do you think? Great tools.
Kobalt, the next generation of tough tools.
Well, anything else we can do? There's always my wife's car.
Available exclusively at Lowe's.
Roger, night down for me, please.
All set here.
Being fastest from 0 to 60 is good. Truckers say fastest from 40 to 70, even better. Throw in 4 massive disc brakes, and you got yourself one happy ending. Available on the all-new full-size Tundra, the truck that's changing it all.
I get in the truck and it won't start. I figure it's the starter. But when I get to AutoZone, they said let's test it first. Turns out it's just a solenoid switch. Those AutoZone guys saved me a lot of money, and I'll remember that.
No matter where you are, no matter how fast you go, what's inside, we'll show everything. Every car, every driver, every ding and dent will be different with this.
Different.
Look. It's amazing. It's the mirrors.
HDTV powered by DLP. See how millions of tiny mirrors make the picture amazing.
Buy an HD TV powered by DLP today at these retailers.
Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza with those irresistible cheese-filled bites.
Amazing. It's my new chocolate phone with VCast streaming capabilities. It's free from Pizza Hut.
No, I meant the pizza. I'm starving.
Pepperoni?
Buy a large Cheesy Bites pizza for just $11.99 and get a free LG chocolate phone with a new 2-year activation on a Verizon wireless plan of $39.99 or more. Now the pizza that gives you more comes with the phone that does more.
Can I hold it? No.
Want more? Get America's favorite pizza. Pizza Hut.
Fox tomorrow.
Now let's just finish what you started.
With just 3 episodes left, the season's final chapter begins.
What's it going to take for you to forget you ever found us?
And it all leads to one unforgettable ending.
You want to get caught?
An all-new Prison Break, followed by 24. Viewer discretion advised. Tomorrow on Fox.
All of you Dale Earnhardt Jr. fans that know him so well, this is Right Now by Korn. Junior made the comment, I feel 10 feet tall and bulletproof when I hear this song. It gets me fired up, ready to tear it up on the racetrack. Well, that's exactly what's going to have to take place here pretty soon if he wants to get up there and contend for the win. He's going to have to go right now. 56 laps remaining.
Coming to the yellow.
And a caution has come out in an opportune time. They were talking about in approximately 8 laps, 8 or 9 laps, they were going to be coming down pit road for another pit stop. We're hearing that it's debris this time. Only 55 laps remaining. I'll try to do the math. I believe that's 270 laps that we have gone.
You need a slide rule, Rick, to figure that out?
I was hoping
just a little
you'd
free
back
in,
me
just
up.
a little tight in the center. Free's about a 2, and the tight's about a 3 or 4.
You hear Junior talk about free in, a little bit too loose getting in the corner, loses the back end, a little bit tight in the center, has to turn the steering wheel more than he wants to. That's been a very similar situation to what we've had for the most part. That's how we started out the race on the very first pit stop. These were the adjustments that Tony Jr. made to try to accommodate the loose end and the tight in the center.
Pit road is open. Pit road is open.
Phil, with there being 55 laps to go, more than likely there's no way we can get that far on one fuel run.
4,000. Have to come around this 31 again.
So only 2 stops will remain for the 8 teams.
Open box in front of you. Just get the box.
Very critical on this stop right here to get that car handling the way Dale Earnhardt Jr. wants it. Here he comes to you, Phil. He's about to
31,
stop.
Tony Jr.
10 away. Come on around him right there. Come on, nose it in. Come on, come on. Right there, whoa.
Going to be some more air pressure adjustments. Another tear off. Jay Ganeri takes another tear off. Going to come around to the left side. DJ Kopp on the left front tire. Sean Ward carrying the left front tire.
Okay, go, 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 go. Go straight out, straight out. Stay tight one lane. Right there. 31's trying to come. You're good.
Another good stop. We'll get the official time on that.
Team feeling pretty good about that stop.
You got a 13.53 on that one. I'll tell you, every stop just about under 14 seconds.
Maybe
These
fuel
guys,
there.
13.53 seconds for the over-the-wall crew. Dale Earnhardt
now we're
Jr. back
within
on the
one.
racetrack. We'll be right back to Atlanta.
Impala comes to NASCAR. Chevy, an American revolution.
I know.
Seatbelts.
We're gonna be late.
We're not going anywhere until our seatbelts are fastened.
NASCAR driver Jeff Burton is serious about racing, but he's even more serious about safety.
He could have made it. He could have made it. The gas pedal's on the right.
State Farm is proud to insure Jeff Burton's car. His personal car! Call an agent today.
Like a good neighbor.
State Farm is there.
Saturdays, anyone can rock it on a Saturday. Give me something to look forward to on a Wednesday between my boss and my commute. Give me surround sound in my cubicle. Give me grilled chicken that keeps things light with an Asian glaze that keeps things interesting. Give me a half rack of ribs and a full rack of napkins. Give me the top down and a wide open lane. Give me a cedar seared salmon that only tastes expensive. Give me a new way to eat out. Smaller portions and prices so I can rock it any day I want. Life is short. Give me more Fridays.
Hello?
Melissa, it's Josh from last night.
Oh, yeah, hey.
Listen, I know there's that 2-day rule about calling or whatever, and this might sound totally dumb, but did you feel like there was a real connection between us? I mean, you know, like a brother-sister connection? Nothing creepy. I mean, like, you know, I would never make out with my sister.
Singular is now the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
Now get an ultra-thin Samsung phone for only $19.99.
Welcome back. 52 laps to go. Dale Earnhardt Jr. holding on to a top 10 position. Tony Stewart out in front of the
laps
field.
To go? There will be 51 to go when they throw the green. 51.
Dale Jr. knowing this is the time to get up on the wheel. Just 51 laps.
Believe it or not, Rick, I just talked to Dr. H.A. Mergen, the team engineer, and he said he thinks they can go about 1 or 2 laps to go on fuel. Now, they haven't gone that long. Obviously, they've been changing tires before that, but he feels like if they had to, they can stretch this thing almost to the very end. So we may see some strategy come into play here.
Let me ask you, do you think, Phil, that is the strategy they want? He's talked about on fresher tires and maybe short pitting has been good for him.
Yeah, you wonder, that's an option that Tony Jr. has. He can obviously split this race in half. We're going to have 51 laps to go.
Behind you.
Can go ahead and run 25 to 30 laps.
Green flag, everybody's moving.
If they feel like everyone's going to have to stop. But if they're that close to making enough fuel, then more than likely a lot of other guys are too. So
clear low if you need it.
If they gamble and try to short pit, split this race into halves to try to have the freshest tires for these last 51 laps, and somebody makes it all the way, then there's no way you can beat them. So that's why Tony Jr. has a difficult job of trying to determine what he's going to do.
Inside. 31's inside.
On the inside, right in front of us, that 07 hot pass on DirecTV 07 of Clint Boyer.
Tony Jr. Remember we saw some pretty extensive tire wear on the right front early on. Well, they took a little bit of air out of that tire after that to try to make that situation better.
Inside.
The right front tires look better and better and better. So
go through the middle, clear low, clear low.
Tony Jr. told me they put that air back in the right front tire. That should help him get in the corner where he was complaining about being loose getting in. And they also put a half a pound of air back in the right rear tire to try to help that car turn in the center of the corner. So both of the air pressure adjustments on the right side should help both the situations he has.
That again is the reason Tony Eury Jr. is on the pit box, being able to make those changes, make those adjustments. See Tony Eury Jr. in the upper left of your corner, or upper left corner of your screen. Down on the bottom, we ride shotgun with Dale Earnhardt Jr. Upper right is the Fox broadcast. Numerous angles following the number 8 car today. Again, Blimp helping us out. Obviously riding along. And the ISO cameras that we're able to utilize to follow Junior all the way around this 1.5 mile quad oval. Again, being scored in the 6th position, you see quite a few cars in front of Junior. A lot of those are lap down cars. So some of the positions that it looks like we are gaining on people might not be actually for positions, scored positions, but just positions on the racetrack.
31 car of Jeff Burton is the next car in line position-wise, running order-wise, and he's actually about 1/10 of a second slower than us that last time around.
Denny Hamlin just in front of us in the 11, but being scored a lap down, and so not for position as Hamlin goes on the high side. We stay down on the low side of the racetrack. Again, Phil, you mentioned you pass them where they're not.
Exactly. And remember, when these tires are fresh and new, until the air pressure builds way up, a lot of times you can run on the bottom of the racetrack. As the air pressure builds up, you burn a little fuel out, you can move up the racetrack to try to make your car do what you want it to do. Junior is running behind the 11 of Denny Hamlin right now. As you mentioned, Denny Hamlin is a lap down. Junior would love to get by Denny Hamlin and go chase down that 31 car of Jeff Burton. Denny Hamlin right now is slowing us down probably 2 to 3/10 of a second. The lap before he caught Denny Hamlin, he had run a 30.3. The last 2 laps since he's caught Denny Hamlin has been a 30.7. So Denny Hamlin is definitely slowing us down.
Junior to the high side now. Denny Hamlin stays on the low side of the racetrack. There you'll see the momentum that Junior's able to hold on to as he closes the gap on that 11. And now following him down on the low side of the racetrack.
About 43 laps to go here, Rick. It's getting down to it. I feel as though Denny Hamlin's holding us up a little bit. Every 1/10 of a second really matters here, especially if this race goes green the rest of the way. Every 1/10 of a second or every 2/10 of a second lost, it's going to be very, very difficult to get them back. Now it appears as though Denny Hamlin has been able to run a little bit better than he was, and he's got about 10 or 12 car lengths on us.
Car coming back to Denny Hamlin. The further they run in this run after the pit stop. Dale Earnhardt Jr. now moving up to the middle and high side of the racetrack. Down low on this run into this corner. Down on the other end of the racetrack, though, he'll go through the high side. One and two, he stays up high. 3 and 4, he's gone down low the last few laps. We'll see if that changes this time.
We haven't heard Junior say anything about his chassis right now. Tony Junior's waiting to hear what Junior may say about the chassis so he can plan his adjustments for the next pit stop, if there's a next pit stop.
We would think there would be one more pit stop for the number 8 team. But again, no communication yet from the driver.
You know, we haven't heard Tony Jr. say, hey, we need to conserve a little fuel. So we don't know that that is in the plans right now, because Dale Jr. is trying as hard as he can right now. I think if they were going to try to make this thing the rest of the way without stopping, then Tony Jr. would let Dale Jr. know that he needs to conserve a little fuel because they're a lap or two short.
As you mentioned, no communications that direction yet. That would be a big gamble, too, I would think, Phil, after the start that Dale Earnhardt Jr. and this team has had with 2 DNFs to start the season.
Well, you have to play each race as it comes, and they're trying to do what they can do to get the best finishing position in this race. You know, they're not going to stretch this thing unless they're reasonably sure that they can make it all the way. So I don't think, you know, this team was in a chase last year. This team has been in the top 10 in points a number of years. They're best of third a few years ago. I don't think they're going to take any undue chances, but they sure would like to be able to make this thing the rest of the way, especially if some of the other competitors can.
Right. We saw it close it in on the 11 of Denny Hamlin, catching back up to him, going by a few of the cars that were involved in that accident. David Rudiman on the inside. Again, now ducking to the low side through 1 and 2 this time. Junior trying different lines around the racetrack as we close in. Just 37 laps of racing to go. 325 laps, the scheduled distance, 500 miles.
1 car length back to the 07.
Clint Boyer in that 07, the hot pass by DirecTV. 07 just behind us.
Inside. Clear.
Down on the bottom of the racetrack. Clint Boyer able to close the gap.
35 laps to go. 35. Inside.
Keeping the momentum up.
Clear.
On the high side of the racetrack. Clint Boyer still holding on to the bottom of the racetrack on both ends of the track. Denny Hamlin just in front of us, again being scored a lap down, so not for position. It's Tony Stewart, Matt Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson, Juan Pablo Montoya, Jeff Burton in front of us. Those are the 5 cars in front. Then Clint Boyer, Reed Sorensen, Martin Truex Jr., and Mark Martin, your top 10. The consistency at Atlanta Motor Speedway, impressive for Dale Earnhardt Jr. The last 3 races has had top 5 finishes. Looking for another top 5 finish just outside of the top 5 right now. 33 to go from Atlanta Motor Speedway.
No matter where you are, no matter how fast you go, what's inside, we'll show everything. Every car, every driver, every ding and dent will be different with this.
Different.
Look. It's amazing. It's the mirrors.
HDTV powered by DLP. See how millions of tiny mirrors make the picture amazing.
Buy an HD TV powered by DLP today at these retailers.
Now get all your favorites in one box. Introducing the new Variety Big Box from KFC. Popcorn chicken, a crispy strip, a drumstick, mashed potatoes, coleslaw, a biscuit, and a large drink. Fill up on all your favorites at KFC.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Avenger. The all-new Dodge Avenger. It's a natural performer.
Hey, Jimmy, need a little help? Sure. You know what else would be good?
Kobalt tools are so comfortable.
Let me use that screwdriver. No.
You just don't want to quit working.
Yeah. What do you think? Great tools.
Kobalt, the next generation of tough tools.
Well, anything else we can do? There's always my wife's car.
Available exclusively at Lowe's.
That was a really
Kelly something else. Kelly, what's it like to take a hot lap in a stock car?
The NASCAR Day 07 put together a great ride for me. And remember, y'all, NASCAR Day is May 18th, and the best way to celebrate is by getting your NASCAR Day pin for only $5.
You really seem to be dialed in on NASCAR Day.
Well, yeah. Every pin sold raises money for the NASCAR Foundation, which helps kids, animals, conservation efforts, and other worthy causes. I'm doing my part, and so can you. Go to NASCAR.com/foundation to purchase your pin.
That's exactly what we want to have, a champagne jam. On channel 799, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 6th position. While we were at break, he was able to get by the lap-down car of Denny Hamlin, racing awfully hard with us. Again, not for position. Phil, his strategy being played out on the pit box right now.
Let's ask Tony Jr. Tony, H.A. said that you guys are within a lap or two, maybe making it all the way. Is that your plan right now?
Yeah, you know, you typically you have a caution here at the end of the race, so we really wasn't counting on it. But we'll run out if we try it, we'll run out off of 4 or right at the start-finish line. So, you know, I hate gas mileage racing, but sometimes you got to do it. But look, I think we're one of the few that can make it.
It looks like the car has been pretty consistent this run. If you get one more shot, another little minor adjustment.
Yeah, we'll change something up again if we get to stop again. You know, it's just. It really ain't been our day to just hit it and nail it. So we'll just keep trying stuff until it's over.
All right, Tony. Thank you, buddy.
Keep trying stuff till you hit it.
That would be cutting a little bit close, running off gas, coming off turn number 4.
I think it's pretty impressive that he knows exactly when it's going to run out of gas. Off of turn 4 or the start-finish line.
Preferably the start-finish line.
At break, Junior had mentioned still tight in the center on both ends of the racetrack, both turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson have been the class of the field. They're 1 and 2 right now. Tony Stewart and Jimmy Johnson, both Hotpass drivers. Tony Stewart's on channel 796, Jimmy Johnson 798. But stay right here on channel 799 because Dale Earnhardt Jr. has always got some tricks in that bag of his. As the past 3 races here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, top 5 finishes, actually top 4 finishes the past 3 races. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. looking to continue that streak, currently running in the 6th spot. Phil, throughout this race, have you seen anyone that really stands out on that pit crew as far as our King of the Crew award that goes out each race?
Well, Rick, if we could give these guys 7 Kings of the Crew, we need to do it with as good as these pit stops have been. But we talked about Sean Ward, our front tire carrier. This is his first race back after being hurt at Daytona. He told me before the race he probably will have to have surgery at the end of the season. But right now he has a knee brace on. I asked him after a couple stops how his leg was doing. He said it was perfectly okay, but obviously these guys have been on it. I wish we could give all 7 of them the King of the Crew, King of the Pits, but we're going to give it to Sean Ward this time.
That sounds great. Actually, a guy that does a little working out of you also, Walt, probably should be added to that as he is the pit crew trainer, and so he works with these guys on a regular basis. And again, we can't hit it enough how impressive the pit stops have been for the 8 team today.
Well, they really have. I mean, every pit stop between 12.9 and 14 seconds, and most of them in the low 13s, in addition to that one under 13 seconds. And, you know, Walt Smith, the pit crew coordinator, not only does the 8 car, but he also does all the DEI cars. He does the number 1 car, Martin Truex, and the number 15 of Paul Menard. So he's got a lot on his plate. All these crews do a great job, and especially this Budweiser team that's been on it today.
On it and all over it. The 7 guys going over the wall, and obviously our King of the Crew today, Sean Ward, back on the team, carrying the front tires. 20 laps of racing to go for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Just over 9 seconds behind Tony Stewart. Jeff Burton about 4 seconds in front of Jr. Reed Sorensen just behind us on the back bumper. Again, if it comes down to fuel mileage, Tony Uri Jr. thinks we might be able to make it to turn 4. And the possibility exists we could run out at the start-finish line, but he doesn't want to call it that close.
And he has not told Junior to conserve fuel either. That's what's surprising to me a little bit. So he must be fairly confident that we have enough fuel to get to the end, because he's not told Junior one time to save any fuel. He's out there trying as hard as he can. He's got the 41 of Reed Sorensen, who's had a great run going today, right behind him.
So we came in on lap 271, but the green flag didn't come right out after that pit stop, and so restarted around 275, I believe 276, and so that's 49 to 50 laps in green flag condition. And at the beginning of the race we talked about 42 laps is what we had in the fuel cell for us, and now Reed Sorensen takes a position away.
Yeah, that's HA told us before the race that he thought about 42 laps, but a lot of times it's very difficult to get a good fuel mileage check in practice because you go in and out of the pit so much. And remember, this is unleaded fuel. The fuel mileage may be a little different with this fuel than we have had ever in the past at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So a lot of changes here for this year. Smaller fuel cell, unleaded fuel. So they've had so many good fuel mileage runs during this race. Every pit stops we've made, we've got a good fuel mileage run. So I think HA's pretty confident in his numbers, so I think we should be in good shape.
And Phil, we just had a email that was talking about fuel and wanting to know what the difference is.
Caution's out, Rick. Caution's out. So
and
that's all going out the window.
The cautions go out, come back out. So with 16 laps of racing to go, you will see the field come down pit road. Obviously, that puts a lot of pressure on the 7 over-the-wall guys, as well as Tony Stewart and Jimmy Johnson's crew.
Fuck them up here.
Just in front of us, Martin Truex Jr., our teammate.
Left rear cam, left rear cam.
And again, what's going to take place now, the final stop, it will be a sprint to the checkered flag. Currently being scored in the 8th position, Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson up front 1 and 2. A good stop or a bad stop by any of the teams in front of us will dictate where we come back out. We've been consistent all day.
Pit road is open. There's a cleanup truck in the top of turn 3. Pit road is open.
Ray, get a half out of that right rear right there if you don't mind. Clean time in 3.
So talking about the cleanup crew, 15 laps of racing to go. That means we've completed 310 laps of the 325 scheduled.
Remember, a good pit stop right now, Rick, could really mean a good finishing position because Junior's car's been so good on the short runs. That's probably been his strength.
4,000, just follow the one. Junie's 3 pits in front of you.
Let's see if we can beat somebody out of the pits here.
Again, Atlanta Motor Speedway, 9 top 10 finishes in
Come
the
around
last
this 31, June, but there's nobody on the front side of you. You don't have to worry about getting aimed out.
11 starts, 9 top 10 finishes, a very pivotal pit stop. We'll let the team take care of it.
Going to pull off another tear-off off the windshield. Another clean windshield for these last 15 or so laps. Sean Ward's going to set that left front tire. DJ
Okay, go. Clear behind the 99.
Race off pit road. Tight one, a couple guys making some moves. Mark Martin, Clint Boyer moving up some spots. Jimmy Johnson dropped back a spot.
Just a hair over 14 seconds that time. It's amazing, Rick. You have a pit stop at just over 14 seconds, and you get a couple. There may be some people that didn't change 4 tires, but you know, a 14-second pit stop nowadays is just about up and down pit road. When you get to those 13s and less, that's when you're really talking about gaining some positions.
Jeff Clark, the fuel man, weighing that can. Again, now with such a limited number of laps to go, didn't need to pack it full of fuel. 4 fresh tires, and again, it will be a sprint to the finish of this race. And again, as we close in on the end of this race, let's look forward to short track racing. That will be the first short track race of the 2007 season at Bristol. The fans have spoken. Voting has ended for the mystery driver in Bristol. Nothing is official yet, but it looks like Jeff Gordon is running away with it, but you never know. We will have the final results for next week. Stay tuned to DirecTV Hot Pass, and thank you all for those of you who voted on your mystery driver. Again, Dale Earnhardt Jr. back on the channel with the 4 other drivers for Bristol. Again, the first short track race and the first Car of Tomorrow race. That means the first race of the new configuration of car that NASCAR has implemented for safety's sake.
Rick, I think this is one of the most eagerly anticipated races in a long, long time. This is a car that NASCAR has been working on for 2 or 3 years now. And all of the team, you know, I talked to a lot of the crew chiefs today. I asked them, hey, what do you think of the car tomorrow? A lot of the guys aren't that fond of it yet, but, you know, sometimes change is difficult for a lot of people. I think NASCAR's going in the right direction with this car tomorrow, so it's going to be a while, and we'll see. Once we get Bristol under our belts, then we'll know better what these crew chiefs think about this car. But I think when we get to Bristol, we're going to have racing as usual,
on the bottom,
and it doesn't get much more exciting than racing at Bristol.
Well, it doesn't get much more exciting than the finish of the Atlanta Motor Speedway race either. And we have just 12 laps to go. When they come to the start-finish line, it will be 11 laps of racing around this 1.5-mile quad oval. No more fuel. That is not an issue. The 4-tire change, probably the most important. Really no adjustments made to the car, right, Phil?
No, I don't think so. It didn't sound like it. Tony Jr. never talked about making any changes. We're going to, obviously, a short run here. The car has done well on the short runs. Being shown in the 12th spot right now, we're going to have to get by some cars here in these last remaining laps.
Again, out in front of the field, it's Tony Stewart, Matt Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson, Juan Pablo Montoya in 4th. An impressive run for him today. Jeff Burton, Bobby Labonte is 6th, 7th Clint Boyer, 8th Mark
Cars
Martin,
off, 11
Martin Truex
laps to
Jr.
go, 11, that's the 40 car behind you. Green flag, everybody's moving.
Jr. trying to get through the gears. Pretty good gap between himself and Carl Edwards in the 99. Fresh tires for the Budweiser number 8. And now the gap getting closed. Paul Menard on the inside.
Inside you.
Somewhat handcuffed now.
Inside.
The 70 just in front of us. Johnny Sauter. Lap down car.
Still inside you. Clear through the middle if you need it.
That closes up that gap again. Johnny Sauter again in the 70. A lap down car. We've had our problems with lap down cars today.
It's one of the most frustrating things for a driver when you're trying to race for position and you know inside of 10 laps to go, just about every car you pass is for position, and you have to race with lap cars.
Junior dropped the position to Kurt Busch down on the inside of the racetrack. Now there goes David Stremme in the 40, again racing for position.
Side still, Jim.
Stuck behind the 70 right now, and Junior needs to find a way around that 70 of Johnny Sauter.
Clear, clear.
This has been the best the car has run, right around 3, 4, 5 laps into a run. At the same time, he's battling cars that are also on fresh tires.
A lot of times you have guys that are a lap down, like Johnny Sauter, Denny Hamlin early in the race. Guys that are very, very fast, but just laps down due to some mechanical trouble or flat tires or something like that. So it doesn't mean that they're not capable of running fast, but they sure do get in the way when you're trying to chase somebody down for a position.
That's exactly what the Budweiser Chevrolet is trying to do right now. Would love to get back into the top 10. That would be a boost in the arm for a team that's looking for points right now. After the first 2 races, 40th in the point standings, moved to 28th after a good showing in Las Vegas. Get a reminder, the Hotpass drivers Tony Stewart and Jimmy Johnson both on Hotpass racing for the win here at Atlanta, as we have 5 laps of racing to go. Tony Stewart on channel 796, Jimmy Johnson on channel 798. They're side by side for the lead. This is a pass for position going by the 12. That's Ryan Newman actually down a lap, 2 laps, so not position on the racetrack, but position on the racetrack, not on the
Clear all
scoreboard.
around, 5 laps to go, 5.
Strimmy in front of us, that is a position for scoring. That would be 12th if we can get by David Strimmy.
We have 5 laps to go. It would be nice to get a spot or 2, maybe even 3.
Clear by 1.
Just 4 laps.
4 laps to go, exactly.
4 laps, Phil. They continue to battle in the upper right-hand corner. Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson battling for the top spot as we reel in David Strimmy looking for that 12th position.
Laps to go, 2. Side.
Under 3 miles of racing to go. Jeff Gordon on our inside.
Clear low.
Strimmy in front of us. This is all for position. The final lap at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Back to the next spot. White flag, white flag.
About a mile remaining. 14th position. 13th, 12th just in front of us.
Clear low.
Into the final turn. This is 3 and 4. Position behind us, Jamie McMurray in front of us. Strimmy, Gordon across the start finish line. We'll hold on to 14th.
Good job, Junebug. Yeah, you too.
Steve Meal, Tony Uri Jr., Dale Earnhardt Jr., the voices you heard on the radio. Phil, I believe you've got our crew chief down on pit road.
I do. Tony Jr., a hard-fought top 15 finish. Looked like it was going to be a top 10 all day long. Tell us about the day.
I mean, the car was way too tight. The car was off today, so you just try to salvage the best top 10 you can, and that just right there shows you how hard it hurts you when you lose on pit road right there. I mean, them guys, once he got in the back, there was nothing he could do, and the car wasn't handling all that great, so there's nothing you can do. But it's a pretty bad day right here, so we had to go to work and come back.
Well, good again. Jumped 12 positions in the points last week with that 11th place finish, and this will probably move you up some more. So headed in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean the points will come if you run good, but you know this isn't what we're about, and this ain't the way we want to run. So we'll just have to pick it up, and then the points will come to us.
See you in Bristol.
All right, bud. Thanks.
Junior, before you pull that helmet off, 14th place finish today in Atlanta. Not what you were looking for, but maybe a decent points day for you.
Yeah, I reckon. I don't know. We've had better race cars here, and
Losing the communications there as he's getting back into the garage.
Can't tell you how frustrating it is, Rick, when you come to a place when you know you run well and you feel like you've got a great shot at winning the race, and it doesn't quite work out for you. But this team is strong. This team will be back and stronger than ever, and can't wait till we get to Bristol. He's going to be another one of our Hotpass cars at Bristol next week.
Sure enough, and looks as though Junior pulling the helmet off now, and that's our means of communication. He climbs out of the car. Obviously won't be able to talk to him again, but I guess frustrating day, you would say, for Dale Earnhardt Jr. and that number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet team, looking for a top 5, potentially another win on this racetrack where they've been so good year in and year out. And now a 14th place finish. And so a disappointing finish for the team, but they've got to look forward to a short track race. Bristol Motor Speedway a week from today. And the drivers will be Elliott Sadler, Kevin Harvick, Kurt Busch, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. once again. And again, the votes continue to be tabulated for our mystery driver on channel 797. Stay tuned to Hotpass on DirecTV to find out exactly who that will be. We want to say again thank you to all the fans who have voted for this and tried to figure out who they want to see on Hotpass. Early on, obviously, it is Jeff Gordon that has received a large portion of the votes, but nothing is final yet as to who that 5th driver will be on Hotpass in 1 week. Dale Earnhardt Jr. making his way into the garage. The swarms of media wanting to find out what it did for him. Second week in a row, Jimmy Johnson finds victory lane, and Jimmy Johnson, one of our Hotpass drivers. So it is 3 for 4 now for Hotpass on DirecTV as far as wins. Kevin Harvick won at Daytona. It was Matt Kenseth winning at California. We took a week off in Vegas from the win in victory lane, and back into victory lane now with Jimmy Johnson at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Again, a crisp day in Atlanta. Normally one would think in what they deem this town as Hotlanta, you would see a little bit warmer day, but breaking into the 50s barely in Atlanta today for this race. It was sunny all day. Sun stayed on most of the racetrack until the very end when turns 1 and 2. The shadows came over the racetrack from the billboards. And again, riding shotgun with the Budweiser 8 team, you noticed that we were able to run in the top 10 predominantly the entire race. And then toward the end of the race, the pace fell off. The handling maybe went away a little bit. Junior said he fought a very tight condition in the center of the corners. They weren't able to get that to his liking. And so Dale Earnhardt Jr. ending the day up out of the top 10. A top 15 finish though, and 14th. Dale Earnhardt Jr. again looking to get back into the chase in the point situation. A solid race today. 14th. He was 28th in points coming into the race. So hopefully moving up. Again, the top 12 after the 26th race will make it into the chase for the championship. And that's the goal. You make it into the top 12, you have a shot. That way you have the possibility of winning a championship. And the way the car ran most of the day, you would expect this team, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the team, to be able to find victory lane a few times. Phil, I'm guessing that we will see this team in victory lane more than once this year. I think with Tony Eury Jr., Dale Earnhardt Jr., those two getting together and learning it, they will figure it out and find victory lane. Phil?
Dale Jr., I know it wasn't what you were looking for, but a couple top 15s in a row here. It's going to get you back up towards the point thing, but tough day.
Yeah, we had a real good car till about 100 to go. We just got real tight, and we couldn't keep up with them. They were really good at everybody that ran up front. You know, they were good all day, but I don't know. We should have had a better car there at the end. I'm a little confused as to why we couldn't have a good car we needed there at the end. But Tony Jr. and the guys, and myself included, we put in a lot of work today, and I'll be proud of that effort. You know, we'll take the points, but I don't know. I like running better here, and it's just frustrating there.
Yeah, did the track get shady there towards the end? You think did that tighten the track up? You think?
I don't really know. You know, our car was really tight at the end, but it didn't seem to affect anybody else. I just think that we sort of we didn't. You know, we could have done a few things different from the very beginning of the weekend that would have changed the outcome of this race today. And I think if we would have done some things different and approached some things differently, maybe we would have had a better handle on the car prior to the race, and prior to the race. So that way we wouldn't be chasing it all day today. But you know, at the end we weren't that good. We were pretty good there in the middle of the race. I was pretty proud of them.
We appreciate you letting us ride with you, and we can't wait to see you at Bristol.
All right, that should be it should be a pretty exciting race there. Ain't no telling what's going to happen. Hopefully we have a little bit better day than we had today.
All right, thank you, Dale.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. 14th today. Jimmy Johnson in victory lane. 6 cautions on the day, 8 pit stops for the 8 team. Want to say again thank you to the entire Dale Earnhardt Incorporated organization for letting us ride shotgun with Dale Earnhardt Jr. today.